Well, once you see this lady, you know that nothing a keep. Shelly, something a keep today?
Something is skipping today. Today is the Charlestown Primary School sports, and you know Auntie Shelly is the patron along with Alice Swanston.
I want to say congratulations. You have worked hard for this school over the years, and deservedly, you're now one of the patrons.
Yes, I'm very happy. I know I worth it. Only God work.
And guess what? Today you can't support any team.
No, I'm not supporting any team today. I'm just supporting all of the children.
Well, Auntie Shelly, and maybe we could go fast forward just a little bit. Charlestown Primary, they have done it 5 times. If they do it 6 times, it would be the first time in the history of Inter Primary. What are your thoughts?
That's why I'm the patron today, because we're going to do it 6 times and we're going to make history this year. 2025 is rejoicing time.
So, folks, something keep.
Something I kept today and nobody could stop it. Only God.
One. Alice Swanston is the other patron. Now, Alice, you have worked hard at the Charlestown Primary School. Deservedly, now you're the patron. Your thoughts?
Well, it's a pleasure and an honor being selected as the patron. I've worked at the Charlestown Primary School for years and years, and I'm a strong supporter. I'm not going to give up.
And Auntie Shelly says something I keep.
Of course it is Charlestown Primary School sports. Let's go CPS.
Okay, that's what I said.
Can the athletes and spectators close your eyes and bow your heads as the school's chaplain will do our prayer.
Good afternoon, everyone. And let's go to the Lord in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so grateful for this beautiful day of life you've given to us. We recognize that without you, we would not be here. And so we thank you and praise you for the good weather as well, and for this sports day that will showcase the athletic prowess and abilities of our young people, our children. Dear Lord, we're asking for your blessings and for your presence, for your protection on each and every person who will participate, for all those who have given up their time and their resources to make this their reality. We ask that you bless them for their efforts. Dear Lord, we know that every good gift has come from you, and we want to thank you for giving the athletes the gifts you've given to them and the opportunity they have to demonstrate that here today, for the enjoyment and for the camaraderie that will be here today. May everything be done in good taste, and that there'll be good sportsmanship, and that they'll do the very best that they can do. And in the end, they'll all be winners for doing their best. We thank you again for this school. Thank you for the teachers and all those who work hard to bring out the very best of the talents in our children. We ask you to continue to bless the leadership, and for our education department and all the entire community that comes together to help our children to grow and to develop. Thank you again. Bless in a very special way all that will take place here today. And we give you all the honor and all the glory, for you are worthy of it. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
We say thank you to Pastor Maynard for blessing today's proceedings. We now have to play the national anthem by Miss Alani Kati. Well played by Miss Carty. We'll now invite inspection of the athletes. We have accompanying them the principal, the deputy principal, and the education officer.
Profile of Alice Swanston. Retired Principal Miss Alice Swanston started her teaching career at the Charlestown Boys School in 1972. She retired from active service in 2009. During those 37 years, she also worked at the Gingerland Infant School, the St. John's Primary School, the St. Thomas's Primary School, the Charlestown Junior School, and the Charlestown Primary School. The final 20 years of her service was spent at the Charlestown Junior School and the Charlestown Primary School, where she serves as the principal. At the Charlestown Primary School, Miss Swanston worked well with students, staff, parents, and supporters of the school. Under her leadership, the Charlestown Primary School was a trendsetter. The first primary school to get football uniforms, the first primary school to wear graduation gowns, the first primary school to have a mascot and cheerleaders for interprimary, and the first primary school to create and sing jingles to encourage the athletes. Many victories were secured in football, cricket, athletics, and other competitive areas during Miss Swanston's tenure at the school, and while those victories were being secured, Miss Swanston ensured that the children's academics were never left behind. Miss Swanston is now retired for 16 years, but still gives support and assistance to the school when needed. Thank you, Miss Swanston, for your unwavering support. We love and appreciate you dearly. Profile of Shelly Taylor. Shelly Mercia Taylor, known to many as Auntie Shelly, is undoubtedly one of the Charlestown Primary School's biggest supporters. From athletic meets to cricket and football games, from school quizzes to pageants, Auntie Shelly's presence is always felt, seen, and heard. A resident of Bath Village, Auntie Shelly is known for her mouth-watering meals, candid personality, and outgoing nature. She is bold as she is brave, but she is also extremely loving and generous. The children of Charlestown Primary can attest to these qualities about their Auntie Shelly. Much of Auntie Shelly's childhood was spent at the then Charlestown Girls' School and the Charlestown Secondary School. As an adult, she has worked at numerous institutions across Nevis. Currently, she is the chef at the Charlestown Primary School's cafeteria and enjoys preparing nutritious and tasty meals for the children. Auntie Shelly says that she doesn't simply like CPS, she genuinely loves CPS and therefore gets very passionate about her school. Her support of Charlestown Primary started with the establishment of the school in 1992. That support involves her physical presence at events, financial contributions, and manpower in preparing for or assisting with school events. Auntie Shelly is proud that her children, Akeem and Akima, grandsons Kadim and Kashim, all attended and contributed to the excellent institution that CPS is today. Shelly Mercia Taylor, Auntie Shelly, a lifelong member of the CPS family. Thank you, Auntie Shelly, for your unwavering support. We love and appreciate you dearly.
So we would have heard the profiles of the two patrons, Mrs. Alice Swanston and Auntie Shelly. Mercia Shelly Taylor. From now on, I'll start calling her Mercia. Never knew that one before. Maybe she doesn't like that though. But Mercia and Alice Swanston doing their final gigolo as regards the inspection of the troops, along with Headmistress Haynes and Education Officer Joseph. And then we're gonna have action on the track.
There we would have had the inspection of the athletes by our patrons, Mrs. Alice Swanston and Mrs. Shelly Taylor. Can we give them a round of applause, please?
I think we're gonna have the.
We now are going to have a
Well, I think we have
to
Prince and Princess, maybe.
our patrons by Miss CPS.
So Mr. and Miss
And they
CPS
are blue houses, if you please.
will be making a presentation to the patrons, having final words from Mrs. Haynes, the headmistress.
To the athletes, we say all the best today. Remember, we will be competing, but we'll do so in a friendly manner, and each athlete will give his or her best. That is all that is required of you today. Give it your best. We turn over to the principal. Mrs. Nisbet, the education officer for the Charlestown.
Well, I did say Miss Joseph, but it's Joseph Nisbet.
And it is indeed a special day where we get to give honor where honor is due. This first plaque goes to my head teacher, and her name is Mrs. Alice Swanston, past principal and stalwart of the Charlestown Primary School. And this is for her sterling contributions in trailblazing and her unmatched leadership.
On behalf of Charlestown Primary School, we present you this plaque.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
No doubt we all know Miss Shelly Taylor. Sometimes even when we don't see her, we hear her. And her voice is always in support of Charlestown Primary. So to you, Miss Shelly Taylor, this plaque for your long-standing, genuine, and selfless support of the Charlestown Primary School.
On behalf of the Charlestown Primary School, we grant you this plaque.
Thank you very much.
So we say thank you to Mrs. Nisbet, the education officer. We say thank you
Troops
to
are
Mr.
making their
and Miss
exit, going back to
CPS.
their tents.
And most of
And
all,
we're gonna see
we
action on
say
the track
a heartfelt
in
thank
a
you
wee bit.
to Mrs. Alice Swanston and Miss Shelly Taylor for their continued support of the Charlestown Primary School.
Okay, if everybody think that's some keep smile.
Today at Charlestown Primary School Sports.
side, we're seeing blue in
So we're seeing some of the other schools making sure that they're present today. A lot of schools will be watching very closely to the Charlestown Primary School. This is St. Thomas's, I think, represented here.
all three houses.
We're gonna have the first event for the day. It's
Event number 1
400
is
meters.
sponsored by Hermia Wade,
and we're gonna
Mohan's
have some
Bamboo
1,
Trucking,
2, 3, 4,
Excavator
5,
and Tire
6, 7.
Services,
I think
and Miss
all
Alice
9. No,
Swanston.
yeah, all 9 lanes
So-
occupied in this one.
truck side.
And we're gonna have the first event shortly. I think they're trying to sort out the gun issues over the last couple of meets, so they've put the starter closer to where the guys who are coordinating the gun are.
On your mark.
Let's hope that that makes a big difference. 400 meters. And on the starter's orders. Yeah,
And they are.
of the blocks.
400 meters. And they are pacing very slow, but
So,
as they make their way around, we can
Charlestown
see red,
Primary, of course,
red, blue, green,
would
blue,
be
blue and
the
green
team to watch,
in
the
the
champion
green and
team.
red is in the rear. So it's
And
the first
all of
event
these
the
athletes
afternoon,
will be competing
400 meters.
for a spot
And we see Blue now
in the
making her way
inter-primary. So
up front.
that's where the
And she's
competition
looking
comes
determined
today.
for this
Blue
one.
pulling away
One
early.
special day for her as well. If she could pull it off.
So Blue
Here we go.
pulling
Green
away,
is challenging.
wanting to make sure that her name is registered.
Yes.
But Greenhouse
Blue's
making
in
a
on the
move as
outside.
well. Green looks
And
good.
there's another red in
Right
between,
on the
but there's
inside.
Blue moving up now.
So
She's
Green
looking
struggling
good
slightly,
as they make their way around
but
the
Blue
turn. So two
still
Blues
with
up
a
front.
good
Here's
lead.
a
But
nice
then there's a
challenge
Blue
from
on the
Blue
outside
back
making a
in
move.
second.
So
She
Blue
went
making a
prepared
fast
just to
move here,
catch her breath there.
trying to
And
move
the one in
quickly
front from
and
Blue,
being
she's
chased
still
by
around
Red.
lane number
So the
one.
top
She's
athlete
making her way around
is
the
still
turn.
holding on to
100
that
meters
position
left to
though.
run. It's Blue.
Here she
Blue
comes,
coming
looks
down
as
the
if she's
home
gonna
stretch
pull
here
away
now.
from the
And
pack
just
now.
been told to raise her breath
Really
and she could be the icing
confident.
on the cake here. As she
And we
come down the
understand that it's a
60
birthday
meters
girl.
now. Here comes
Well, the
Blue.
birthday girl
Here comes Blue.
has much
Miss
more
Keisha
to
Williams.
celebrate
Give it up for
as
Blue
she
House.
comes
And we shall
home.
happy birthday as well as she go across the line. Happy
Champion
birthday,
run,
my dear.
champion
Here comes
run.
the icing on the cake here.
And we have Red, who
And
made
Blue
a
is
good
looking
dash
for
for it,
bronze.
collecting
Let's see if she can
silver.
hold on
The
to
other
green. Is
Blues
looking good
athlete
as well.
collecting bronze.
And Blue take
And
bronze.
then we have a
Who's
little
gonna
bit of a
take
dash
first?
here between
Looks
green,
like
and
green,
red.
then
And
red,
then we
then
have
here
Blue.
comes Blue and green.
There's Blue
And there's a red coming
and
down
then
still.
Green.
Come on, Red.
All of them
Because she
enduring
make
to
it.
the end,
Give it up.
completing the
Give it up
course.
for Red.
And
she
then we
making her
have
way
the
down
final
for
athlete
30
on
meters
the
or
track.
so.
Red House it is, coming home,
Congratulations and happy
And,
birthday to Keisha Williams.
just
Blue
about
House
to cross the
for
line
winning the first race of
momentarily.
the afternoon
So
on her
here
birthday.
is
Give her a round of applause.
the
And wish her
final
happy
athletes.
birthday. Just putting the icing
So-
on the cake with that race.
We understand that Keisha Williams, the winner,
Event number 2, 400
is
meters.
celebrating her birthday today.
Class 1
And
males.
what a way to celebrate your birthday.
Sponsors, Claxton Services,
Normally people
Keys Bakery,
don't go to work on their
100
birthday,
brand.
but she has decided I'm going to go out and work for Blue today.
Class 1 males, 400
And I'm going to
meters.
make sure
Be coming up next.
that I give them the necessary points to win this meet
The record holder
and make sure that I secure my spot
class 1
in the inter-primary team.
in the time of 1 minute. The challenge.
More athletes coming down. We'll be having more races shortly. I think we are going to have the boys though in a few. So we had the class 1 females and now we're going to have the class 1
So all
males.
lanes are filled.
So all 9 lanes filled again.
On your mark.
And the boys now would be trying to also ensure that they get into the inter-primary team. And that's why it's going to be really competitive here.
Set. And yeah,
Good start.
the class 1 males are blue. Lead the
It
way,
doesn't
followed
seem
by
as
red
if
and
we'll be
blue.
having any gun
And
problems
then we see
today.
red, green, blue,
So blue
green,
and red at the top, blue making a move,
That's the order.
and
The
then
100 meters
the
completed
others
just about now is still blue.
not
Challenge strongly by
seeming
red.
as if they're going to be
As they make their way
competing.
across
But
the
red
top
and blue at the
section,
top,
red,
and
challenging
then there's a blue.
There's a
Keep your eyes
there.
on this blue on the
There's a blue.
inside
Fourth.
because he's on the
Coming up
inside.
now, there's
And
blue
when they
and
turn
red
that
in there
bend,
for fourth
I
place
think
there.
it would be
But
interesting as
Blue is
it's
still
getting
holding on to
interesting
the lead.
already
Red is right
because
there.
he's coming
As they
right
make their way
around now
just another 200
and
meters
would
to
almost
go.
be alongside them by the
Red
time he
showing
makes the
front.
curb for the
As they make
final
their way
100
around the
meters.
turn, red by a narrow lead. There's another blue
So
on the inside
there he
who's
comes
making a
now.
run for it as well.
Right, you see, right now he looks as if he's ahead.
He's running the shoulder
And
to
then there's
shoulder now
another blue
with
as
this
well.
Blue House athlete
So
coming down
he's
here.
in the center
Here
of
he
the
comes
track.
now.
Then
It's
there's
blue
one on the
taking
inside.
lead. Two
It's a
blues as
tough
they come
one
down the
here.
track now.
Nice movements
Here
here.
is
Giving it
blue
their
coming
all.
down the
There's a
track
taller
here.
one
In lane
who
number
seems to
5,
be
he looks like
striding
number 1 in lane
away.
number 3.
He's
He looks
striding
bad,
away.
he's trying to come
And
back here.
he's
But he
taking
looks
this
as if he's
one
gonna take all
blue
the
and then red and then blue.
And
And then blue and red
it looks like red will take
and
over.
red.
And the others are coming in. Here comes the greens now. All greens are at the back. Come on, green. Finish up, boys. And here they come, green. Coming
And
in.
we
It's
have
all green coming in
green.
now.
So the three greenhouse athletes, they were making sure that the others were safe,
In there, 400
and they
meters.
made sure that they were in before
Event
they
number 2 on
came
the
in.
card. Just being
So all greenhouse athletes coming through.
completed by most.
Here's the final athlete
Please get that
crossing the line now.
over the patron head. Shelly has a nice hairstyle but no hat. Somebody says she accustomed to Anjama.
So event number 3 just about to get underway under starters orders. On the starters orders now.
Set.
Yeah, on the way.
And the off is the
So it's
class 2.
class 2 girls, and we have a green on the outside moving along nicely. But then you have red and green and blue. But look at that greenhouse athlete. Greenhouse moving nicely on the inside. I think that's the one you need to watch.
Looking good as well.
That greenhouse athlete on the inside
In blue, she's
is
right
moving
in the
along
middle there.
nicely.
As they make their way around
So,
the track. As event number 3
coming
is
around
race
nicely.
sponsored by Hermia Wade,
That
Alice
young
Swanston,
green
Nevlec, Heath,
moving
Marmar,
around nicely,
Mason,
taking the lead
Construction,
now. And then there's a
Nevlec,
blue chasing after her.
and International
Can
Merchant
that blue
Bank
catch up?
Limited. Those are the
She's
sponsors,
closing
but
the
look
gap.
at green and
She's
blue come here now.
taller.
There's the battle for the final
Green
position here. Green
is
looking
still
good,
in the
but
lead, but
is
blue
as well. As they
is
come down the track
alongside.
now.
This is
It's
a good
blue,
race.
green,
Blue and green. The long and the short of it. Who is going to take it? Blue is holding on. Green can't keep up. Blue pulls away. Blue pulls away. And that's the long and the short of it. And then we have green and red with a bit of a challenge here. Green takes it. And then red. And then we have
And
red
here comes 5,
and green
5th and 6. And also
and
there's
red.
coming in just about now.
Struggling
The other two
somewhat.
athletes on the track is
And then
blue.
we have all blues at the back. So, race
Up
completed.
next, the grade 5 males.
Very good
400
race that.
meters.
Blue House
In lane 1,
taking
we
gold.
have Zakeem Bailey of blue. In lane 2, Raiden Prasad of green.
So the medal's been presented onto Shelly, posing for the camera, along with Alice Swanston.
Seconds. And this record was set in 2005.
Chuck side. On your mark.
Class 2 boys, Zakeem Bailey's in this one. Keep your eyes on him. Ran a terrific race for the cross country.
Set. Race is off.
Off
It's the
and
class
running.
2 male.
He's on the
Here they
inside,
go.
Zakeem.
This race is sponsored
But at the top, we have a
by
red house
Marvan
athlete,
Native Construction, Nevlec,
seemingly
International
way out
Merchant
front.
Bank
But it's early days yet
Limited. Those
yet
are
in this
sponsored by
race.
Red House. It's way out front there.
Zakeem is
100
moving
meters
along
completed.
nicely on
Here
the inside. Keep your eyes on him.
He's
Red.
looking good around there, lane number 1.
But
Blue
look at
is good,
Zakeem.
so he's
Zakeem
followed
is
by
really
red.
moving along
And
nicely.
then
Lovely
blue,
strides
blue,
indeed. Red
So
is
just
in trouble
6 athletes in this
because
one.
Zakeem is on the
Blue looking good
inside.
I mean, another-
So red
just about another 200 meters to
will, I
run
think
now.
this will
Red is
straighten
way on
out
the
in a
outside
few
in lane
because
number 9.
once Zakeem
But in
takes
lane
that
number
corner,
1, we can see Blue
he'll be
House
pretty much alongside
coming around
red,
the
and then he'll be on the
turn.
inside
Oh,
coming up the
back
final
shield,
100
come
meters.
down, another
Zakeem
Blue
now
is on the outside,
close
blue
on
is
red,
clinching
just
that
about
lead.
in line with him
On the
now,
inside in lane
and
number
he's
1.
on the inside for that final 100 meters. He's way ahead. He's way ahead now. But Red not giving in. But it's Zakim's race. Tremendous run here by Zakim. Brilliant run. Finishes. And then we have Red. Nice run too. And then Red again taking the bronze. And then we have Blue cruising home. Is Blue. And then Green and Blue. We're not gonna have a big finish between the two. It's gonna be just a little quiet finish. Blue pushes home.
Finally, in the end, that complete event number 4.
So 4 events completed of the, I think, 54 schedule.
Next, we have the
So it's gonna be good. Class 3 females coming up.
And this record was set by
Class 3 girls. Looks as if lane 8 is vacant. All of the other lanes loaded. They're on the way. Blue House pushing out early. But you know that doesn't mean much early in this race. The others moving along. Yeah, keep your eyes on that greenhouse athlete on the inside. She looks strong. So moving along nicely here. Looking strong. But out front is a Blue House athlete.
Watch it down, don't walk there, doggy. Don't walk there, doggy. Don't kill no doggy. Go the other side. No doggy today.
So
don't let you see you. Here comes now. Williams way up front, but she's chatting by Red and Blue. Red and Green. Green in turn, looking for that Red House athlete in second.
I think this athlete is running away from the pack, even though she's on the outside. So even though she's on the outside, she's looking as if she's going to take this with ease. This has been a very good run, because when you're on the outside and you're running that strong, you have to be really special, because the athletes on the inside normally catch up. You normally think it's an unfair deal for this outside lane, but my goodness, she's strong. She's very strong. Finishes in fantastic fashion. And then we have Green. We have Green coming in to take silver. Then we have Red. And then after Red, it's Green.
Green is going to take 4th. And here comes two blues. Two blues coming down now.
Then we have Blue and Blue.
Who will get 5th here?
Here's Blue. 113.
Blue. Number 113
and then Blue.
And number 14.
And then we have Green.
Blue coming in. And here comes
coming
Green.
in now, looking pretty
Green
strong.
Coming in.
So Green
ahead of
comes home.
The final one, which is
and
Red.
And then we have a Red House athlete coming through. Point is, she has
400
endured to the end.
Class.
It's a grueling, fast-paced race. It's
meters
400 meters. And the fact that she completed without even walking, that's to her credit. Completes the race now.
And just see the completion.
On the starters orders now, the athletes.
Set.
They're out of the block.
The race is off. This race is sponsored by Advanced Caribbean.
Let's see if we see any leaders. Blue and Green at the top.
Those are the sponsors. Here we go. The
so
Class 3 boys.
moving along.
Then
there's Green
overtaking
overtaking them.
Green and Blue.
Green moving
Then
nicely on the
like
inside.
red,
Looks really
blue.
strong here.
Green,
and so Green
red. So
would
that's the order of the
probably,
champ so
but
far.
he's also been
Coming
challenged by
towards
another
the
athlete,
200
maybe of
meters
Red
back.
House. I'm not sure
It's
who
Caesar
has
Red
taken the
looking
lead.
good on the inside.
So
He's
Red
taking
now
over
has
lane number
taken
3
the
or 4.
lead. And even
is
though
around
Green
the
was
top.
looking
The
good, but I don't
top.
think it's
This is
all
Green
over as
looking
yet.
to fight back here.
Let's
As
see
they
if
make
Green
around
can
the
make
turn.
a comeback.
So it's
Green
red,
is
green
making
in
a
front.
comeback.
There's another red,
Can
green.
Red
Just
also
around
come
second
back?
spot at the front, there's Blue.
I think it's not over yet. I think Red wants to make a comeback. So let's see what happens here now. Both of them looking a bit tired. Green and Red. Red getting closer. Green still with a bit of a lead. Red getting closer. Green trying to hold on. Green decides he's pulling away. So Green pulls away. Red doesn't seem to have anything left in the tank, but there's a Blue House on the inside. Coming closer to the Red House. He could sneak, probably take that silver. Red says no. Red says no. Red says no. holds on for silver. And then we have green coming through nicely as well. Green finishing strongly.
Here comes blue.
And then we have blue.
Here comes red.
And then we have red coming
And
through.
also we're seeing blue. And here
A
comes
bit of
the
a
green
struggle.
house in the back there.
And then
Struggling
we
with the
have
breeze
blue
as they come down the final.
making it home. And
Couple
then that
meters.
little green
Battling the breeze.
coming along.
Is this little
He's
green
gonna
house.
make it home. He
Still not yet
decides he
there.
wants to walk maybe,
And
but he's
just
still
about
running
approaching the
and he's
finish
crossing the
line
line.
just about now.
No.
So
Race completed.
That's event number 6. Event number 7 on the card, 400 meters, class 4 females. The sponsors,
Eunice of Blue Lightnings, and in lane 8, Cyanide Taylor of the Green Giants. On your mark.
So it's the class 4 girls. And remember that the competition is really tight because all of these athletes want to be in the inter-primary squad. So whatever transpires, whichever house wins, the athletes individually want to be on the inter-primary team. So they'll be giving it their all for their house and for individual rights to be on the team.
and they off.
So
So the girls are off. We see
at the
green,
top,
blue, red,
green looks as if she's in the
red,
lead,
Green, green.
but it's
That's
early
the
days
end of the
yet.
track so far. Green is
She's
looking
moving
good
along
in lane number 8.
nicely.
And
Greenhouse.
she's running nicely.
I guess trying to
And the
establish
others
a
are following
big
behind
lead
is
because she
blue,
knows that she's
red,
wide on
blue,
the
green,
outside
blue, green.
and
So,
would need to
just
be
about
ahead of the
150
pack
meters
when they
completed
make
by the
that
green
turn.
house up front. She go up towards the
So
200 meters mark.
she
It's
knows what she has
green
to
in the
do.
distance.
She's
Followed
trying to
by
establish
blue,
that lead.
followed by
The
red
others,
and
though,
red
on
and
the
blue,
inside are trying to make
blue,
sure
green,
that they
green.
close the gap
Just
between
about 200
themselves
meters
and
to
the
run. We
leader.
have lead out front in lane number 8
So
of green. And he's
there
challenged
is
strongly
green.
and nicely
She's
by a
still
blue
on the
inside
outside,
here.
still
And
with
so
the lead.
there's a red
Now, when
coming
they make
down.
this final
Red
turn
and
for
blue
the
inside here is looking
100
good.
meters,
As you
this
can
is
see,
where it's going to
green
get
house lead
jiggy.
out in lane number 8, tiring somewhat, and they're
So
about to
let's see
approach
what
the 100
happens here
meters
now.
So this is gonna be a
There's
final
green,
100
still
meters
with a
down the stretch
lead,
now.
but
Green is still holding
blue
on to
doesn't
another
seem
lead
to
as
have
well.
anything
As
left
they
in the
come down
tank.
now, it's blue,
Blue,
it's
red
it's
still
green
trying
on
to
the
make a
outside.
move,
As they
but
come down, red
I
is
don't
looking
think
good.
she has enough,
Red
does
looks
she?
good. Green is
Green
trying to
is
hold
still
on.
leading.
He's gonna
Green
get
is
closer
trying
to
to
the
hold
finish.
on.
Red is coming.
Red is
Green is
moving.
running.
Blue is
And blue
moving
also
as
is
well.
running as well.
But
Blue
I
can
think
take over
green
there.
may
He's
well
still up
hold
there.
on.
Can Red do it?
Green may
Can
well
Green
hold
do it?
on.
Green
Red
looks
getting
good.
closer,
Red
but
looks
she would
good.
have
Green
needed
takes
another 20
Red takes
meters.
silver.
At least
And
10.
blue will have
And
to
then
settle
blue
with
takes bronze. And
here
then we
comes
have a little
green,
red.
looking for fourth.
She's
Here
small,
comes
but
blue.
she has done
Blue,
well.
blue, fighting down for fifth.
She has done
But
really
it's
well.
gonna be red
Very
with fourth.
determined run.
And
Then here's a
green
chase here
takes
between the
the
two
gold as usual.
blues.
In that
Well,
race, here come blue,
and then
here
we
come
have green and
now.
green.
Finishing up.
And maybe the smallest one of
And
all.
that was
That's this
event
little
number
one.
7. Event number 8.
She makes it home.
Class 4 males. Race sponsored by Advanced Caribbean, Claxton Services, International Merchant Bank Limited.
On the status orders, should be getting out of the blocks short.
Set. And it's a good start. They're off. So
They're out of the blocks. We have a blue
leading the way out there in lane 9.
and a
Followed
green
by
moving quickly now.
red and green and
So
blue
green
in
moving
lane
along
6 coming
nicely,
up in there. Also we see
but
red
blue with the
is looking good
lead
in the back there,
no
challenging the
longer.
green, and then we
Blue
have
doesn't have the
red,
lead anymore
blue,
because
and
green seems
way
to
in
be
the
pulling
back.
away.
Cross the top of the
Don't
stretch
count
it goes,
out that
still
other
green.
blue exactly though. He's in the
Followed
mix
closely,
now.
well monitored by
And then
that
there's
close
a
athlete
green
going out of
and
lane
a red
6.
within striking
And
range.
they're looking good.
The original
And they're
leader of the
striving
pack,
across the
blue,
top of
is
the stretch,
struggling.
approaching the 200 meters
But
mark.
we have green and
It's
blue. Blue moving
gap
along
is
nicely on the
closing in
inside.
now with that blue house
Though
athlete.
looks
He
good.
now begins
But
to
then
move
red and green also
at the
looking
200
quick.
meters area. He takes the lead, so
And
Blue is in the
nice
lead now.
movements here. But
And it's
blue
followed
seems
by
to be
green.
storming away.
There's a red house athlete looking good
So
as well,
blue
coming up right
with a
between there.
lead,
And another green on
but
the inside of
green
it.
is within
As they come
striking
around the
range, I would
turn
think.
now,
The final
it
100
looks
meters
like
coming
it's
down. Blue
In
still
lane
with a
6, in
lead.
lane
Blue
5
seems
is
to be
red.
clear.
In
You
lane
see?
4 is green.
No,
And they
there's
come
a
down
green
stretch
making a
now.
move
And
on the
in lane number
inside.
7,
There's
he's
a
still
green
running hard as well.
on the
As
outside
they
as
come
well.
down here,
But
it's gonna be
blue
blue, green,
seems
and
as if
red.
he wants to
Blue,
hold
green,
on.
red.
Green is
Blue,
coming.
green, and red.
Blue
As
is
they come
holding
down to
on.
the final
Green
moment,
is
Blue
coming.
gonna do it here.
Blue is holding on. Blue, green says, I want it, I want it, I want it more than you. And green with that distinct effort there, extra extra effort
And green
and just
takes it.
heads
And
him
here
out
comes
on the
your-
line. Brilliant
and here
finish
comes
that.
blue. Green.
That was
sneak
a brilliant finish.
He's at the advantage of
And then we have a race on here between green and blue. And we have a rush to the finish.
Relax.
Let's see what happened
And give it
here.
away
Blue
in the end.
and green. Blue and
He did
green.
the hard work. All right, here
Green
comes
seems
blue
to have a
and green. Blue and
slight
green.
lead.
Blue and green.
Now
Blue with the final
green
one.
is saying,
said
I
no.
want
Blue
this.
said no.
Blue is
said
trying
no.
to
Blue
hustle
said
him.
no.
But
And
green
give
is
a round of
home.
applause
Green is home.
as they made it in the final moments.
So we're back track side. Gonna have another 400-meter event.
Set.
Yeah, out of the blocks so far. Things going well with the gun.
Green, we're front in
But
number
green
9, followed by red.
leading. Red is
Then
chasing after her though. Yeah, I don't think green is gonna have this lead for much longer because red looks serious on the inside. And then we have blue also looking good. So blue and green looking strong as well. So at the top it's
as they come across the top of the stretch
green,
now.
then red, then blue, then green. Red seems to be taking over the lead momentarily. So right on the heels there, red taking the lead just about now. So red on the inside, definitely in the lead as she approaches the final 100 meters on the turn. And the others have slowed up badly behind her. So if she can hold on, this is her race to lose. But she's slowing up badly here is red. Can anybody come back? Red is trying to hold on. The others don't seem to have a lot left. They don't seem to have a lot left. Anybody's gonna catch up? I doubt it. Red seems to be holding on. Green though seems to be getting closer, but red is holding on. Red is pushing away. Red pulls away. Red says, I want it. I want it more than yours. And then it's green taking the silver, and then blue, and then green. We have a lot of jumping and celebrating here. Celebrations. And then we have red. And then another red house athlete comes in. This is red. And then we have blue.
And green.
And then we
Give them a
have
round of
green.
applause for the 400 meters in
So
front.
the
First
crowd
time
building up nicely.
they're doing that distance is a big
Charlestown
ask.
Primary School meets
You can
always
see they all have a
create
little
some
breather.
excitement.
Oh boy. Event number 10 is the infant males. This race is sponsored by Advanced Caribbean Navy's Multi-Line Services. NNC is here, as usual, in the house. No sports meet without NNC and the school, the Sky Sports Mobile, the one, Curtis Sandopi Morton. And you can get him on YouTube on Morton's menu, I think. So whatever is on the menu on Morton's, you can get it on YouTube.
Well, this is the infant boys.
Check side.
And I think Ramian Gums is in this one. So it should be of pointed interest to one Ramy Gums and the madam. They will be looking closely at this one. Out of the blocks they go. So let's see who is leading. At the top, green and red, but they are on the outside. So, and remember, it's all of 400 meters. So this pace might be a killing pace. And then on the inside, we should be having Ramian somewhere in the mix. He's normally at the top of the pack, so I think he's somewhere here with the two on the inside. So red and green, I think they will relinquish the lead shortly because those two on the inside are looking particularly strong as they come around the bend now. And all of them seem to be tiring somewhat. Reality check. But then there's a blue on the outside with a bit of a lead still. Ramy Gums can't keep still. Ramy is all excited, trying to get closer to the action. So here he comes. Seems to be leading for the moment. That must be Ramy and Gums. That has to be Ramy and Gums. But blue is coming. Blue is coming for him. Blue is pushing. Here's Ramian. Here's Ramian. He seems to be cruising, but Blue is he's pulling away young Ramian. I think he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. And then Blue who pushed to the finish there. And then we have Green. And then we have Green. And then we have Red and Green edging him out there. And Remy is very happy. Very happy indeed. And then we have Red and Blue with a little sneak up here. But Red cruises in. And then Blue.
So that's the final 400 meters.
So Remy Gums, a very happy man. Oh, and we have some others.
Class 7 females.
Well, they're here celebrating.
Exhibition race is
Good job.
All right, well, exhibition.
So young Ramian Gums taking gold there. Daddy very happy, very elated indeed. And we're going to have an exhibition race coming up shortly.
We have an exhibition.
So Ramian Gums stands proudly in the #1 spot on the podium.
these two exhibitions.
And he'll be presented his medal by Auntie Shelly.
60 meters. The 1200 meters. Thank you.
Well, we just have a notice. And this is.
So we have an exhibition race here. And I think it's going to be an interesting contest. The young lady in the red top has been running really well all season so far. And I think she's matching up with some athletes who are a bit older than her. So let's see how she deals with this.
400 meters. Past students of the
Moving out
CPS.
nicely, but
We see going up
closed
there
in
now.
now
We see
very
the
early.
shot and the black tops are
But
moving
she's
nicely.
trying to
Wilson
pull away.
moving nicely as well.
She wants to
there's
stay away
another
from the
ball at
others,
top
so
of the
she's
stretch
trying to
now.
pull away.
It's
But they're right on her
Wilson
heels,
inside,
keeping her
and the
close.
outside is the orange top,
And
there's-
she's still trying to
there's the all black
hold
in the
on,
middle
but
there.
being
And
pushed
they're
now.
representing their
So
past
unlike
class.
previous races when she ran away from the pack,
McNeil.
she's not being allowed to
Oh,
run
is that
away.
McNeil up front?
So
Yes, that's Wilkes and
she's
McNeil
still holding
coming
on.
around the curve smoothly. Wilkes and McNeil. It's Wilkes
So,
and McNeil. Wilkes
at the
and
top,
McNeil. Who will it be? Who will
well,
it be?
let's
Followed
see,
by
holding
Daniel
on, and then
Jackson.
on the inside we have
Daniel
another
and
athlete
Jackson.
looking strong as well, but
Wilkes
pulling
and
away now. It
McNeil.
looks like
Looks
Wilkes.
like Wilkes.
Wilkes is
Is
pulling
it
away.
Wilkes? Is it McNeil?
She's
Who
doing
is it?
well.
Who is it?
She's
Rudy
doing
from
well.
the
It's
United
Wilkes.
States.
It's Wilkes.
Wilkes is taking in charge here.
She's always a top athlete, and she has shown it once again.
She's gonna take the gold.
And then we have
McNeil will snap the
McNeil
silver.
taking second, and then we have the others.
Jackson
Then
takes-
Daniel.
And then Daniel. Give it up for the past students coming back.
Yes, it's all. She is the Victrix Ladora.
Wow.
Reigning
Holding on.
2020.
Holding on to that.
And we're gonna have the start of another
Jackson.
exhibition race, 400 meters. Past students from the Charlestown Primary School,
On your mark.
now representing various top track clubs on the island. And it's always
Stand
an
up, stand
attempt to test each other again and again. Just about to get going on the starters' orders. A little bit of a hush here at the Mondo.
Set.
And they're on the way.
So the boys are on. Here they go. And
Big guys always challenge each other. And already making a move on the inside. I'm not sure if that's Stanley. Stanley moving along really nicely. I think that's Stanley. But he's just pushing along as if he's gliding.
On the inside, two guys struggling.
Seems
there
as
in
if
the
he's
turn, but
gliding.
400 meters,
He's
just
totally
halfway there now.
in control of his
And
body
we see
here
the one
as
at the
he
red top.
moves
He's
around.
beginning to move
He's
nicely
pulling away
with
from
his
the
head going
others.
in the breeze, coming around.
Definitely with
Is
a
that
big
Stanley?
lead here.
And it's Stanley coming around the bend now. Final 100 meters. Stanley
Here
looks
he
good.
comes.
Can
He
be
seems
challenged
to
down
be
the front stretch? Here they come now.
accelerating. And
Stanley's
he's
running away from the
accelerating.
pack.
He's
But up
accelerating.
in lane number
He's
9.
just pulled away from the
See
pack.
him on there.
He has
He's
pulled
looking
away
for
from the
the
pack. It's a
challenge.
champion
On
run.
his side in lane number
It's a
6.
champion
And here
run by
comes Stanley.
Stanley.
He's gonna take gold.
Champion
And
run.
he's gonna be
But here's a
back
close
for
one
the
for the silver.
silver.
Well, close.
Very close for the silver. between those three.
But Stanley
At least there.
accelerated and pulled away from the pack.
But then all in all, it was a
Good
good
race.
exhibition. Good exhibition, finish line 3 times.
It's the open females, juniors,
Trackside.
and it's 1,200 meters,
On
3
your
times around the track. Beside Barry, I think that's the one in blue. Diane is her mom, Lincoln is her dad. They're out of the blocks.
Go into lane
They'll
1.
cut into lane
Go
1.
in. Yes,
All
it's
of them will
3
be
laps
in
around the
lane
track
1.
here. 1,200 meters. We see blue, red. They're all
Steady
in the
pace
bundle
for
as they go
starters.
around the turn for
And
the
a bit
first
of a
time
cluster.
to approach the 300 meters
And I
mark.
think that's Barry
the way
leading for the
is
moment.
Blue, followed by
So
blue,
we have
red,
green, red,
blue,
and
green,
red, green,
all
and
in
blue.
that little baggage there.
So moving
It's 3
along
laps.
pretty nicely.
And so they have 2 more laps and 300 meters to run.
So still
As
blue
they
in
go
the
across
lead.
the top of the stretch, they're now settling into the
And
pace.
the
Knowing
others
that
are
they're
within striking range. All
a
of
long
them
way off from the finish.
deciding to stay close to each
Record
other.
holder
The lead is
is
slight, very
one
slight.
Janaya McNeil.
Nobody is
4
really
minutes
way
54.21
out.
seconds in the year
So
2024.
all
just
of them
last
going
year.
along nicely
So that
on this the
city
first lap.
is still fresh
We'll see what happens
in
when
the drive.
they complete the first lap.
And here they come now.
Then
with
we'll
another
come back on the
150
final
meters
lap.
to complete lap
Everybody
number 1.
alongside the leader practically
They
now.
all in a little
It's one big
package
cluster
here,
as
just as they left off.
the leader
So
has
it's
backed off
far
slightly.
from decided here. Here they come down now. Let's see. It looks like
So
red,
we
red,
still
blue,
have
green, blue.
that
red.
big bundle coming
All
through.
in a package.
Nobody deciding to pull away as yet.
Now they're settling up.
And now
nice
we have
photo
Blue
there
House
as they all
relinquishing the
come down
lead.
there together.
It looks like Red House.
Just
Blue is
about
back.
coming up to complete lap number
Blue
1.
deciding I'm going to stay up top.
So they're getting there.
We're going to take a break. We'll
Just
be back
completing
on the
lap
final
number
lap.
1 with 2 more laps to go. After this, it will be the final lap.
Now, let's see what happens
And they
with
come
the
across
final
now.
lap
Green
coming
and
up.
green.
Barry
Followed by
has
blue.
stayed close, even though she's not in the lead.
This looks
The
like a
whistle
very
goes
good
now.
strategic race here now.
I think Barry will have to make her move. She's making a move just about now. And then we have the others coming along.
Blue has taken back the lead. Green says
It's a pretty
no.
good clip.
I want this one as bad as you.
So at the top we
And
have
she
the
takes
3
back the lead.
athletes.
So the 2
Blue
green
backing away again
strategizing. They
with
take
green
back the lead
pulling
and they take
away.
back the
Green
lead
and
with
green
quick
actually
movement.
pulling away.
But Blue
Where
is
did
still
they find that
shaking it.
energy? Where did
I
they find
think
that
this race
energy?
is setting up nicely. Blue is still there.
Barry,
Green is
I
leading.
think, is watching.
2 green.
And she hasn't
One
backed
in the
off.
lead, one in
She's
second
still
spot,
within
one in
striking
second
range
spot.
once they
It's
burn
causing
out.
some confusion at the top
But
of the
those
stretch.
2
She
at the
wants
top.
back the lead.
But Barry's
But
moving
the
again.
one in the
Barry's moving.
light green
She has
there
longer
comes
legs.
she.
And
She's
when they
still
make
Blue is
4
still there.
strides,
Don't
she can
take
make
her off
2.
the close athlete.
So she's
She's
closing
there,
the
and
gap
she just keeping the close
on
range.
1. And
come
will
around
pass
the
her
turn.
just about
Green
now.
Here
I think
comes
it might
Blue.
come down to a
150 meters left
sprint
to run now.
with the
As they
leader
come around, we'll see
Green
what happened down the home
trying
stretch.
to pull away. But
The
Barry, as I
pom-poms are
said,
coming
she
out.
has
The green
longer
pom-poms are
legs.
coming out.
But
Can
Green
Green
seems to be
Green
holding
begins
on
to
here.
go.
They're
Down the
jumping.
500 meters
They're
to come
jumping
now.
in the
Green
stand. They're
finishing
celebrating
right
already.
there.
But Green
down the stretch.
seems to
Green
be in
looking
charge.
back. She begins to move
They
back.
love it there.
And she's running nicely as
My
well.
goodness,
And she's
here
up
she
down the
comes.
stretch.
That's a
Green
brilliant
is gonna take
run.
goal here.
That's
Here
a
comes
brilliant run.
Green takes goal.
She pulled away from the pack
Blue
and she
is holding on
stormed
to the silver.
home. Oh, they loved it.
And
And Barry
here
had to
comes
settle
Blue for silver.
for the
Number
silver.
101 of Blue.
Good run
She
too.
takes the silver.
Tremendous run.
Young
And
Barry.
then Green,
Here
who did a
comes
wonderful run as
Green
well.
for
She
the
comes
bronze.
in for the bronze. And then we have a race on here between blue and red.
She takes
Is
the
red
bronze.
backing
Here
off?
comes
Red
Blue
has
for
backed
fourth.
off. Blue is moving along nicely. Red
And
has
there's
backed
still
off.
some athletes on the track.
So blue
begins
comes
to
in
walk.
now.
No doubt having a little conversation
So
with the
here
man over
is
there.
blue
Here comes
coming
Blue.
in.
Here
And
comes
then
red
red.
finishing up now.
Very tired
Come on,
indeed.
Blue. Don't
But
walk,
she has
man.
done
That
well.
was since last week, Friday.
She has
They had
done
to
well.
walk with them. Come on, Blue. Come on,
And
Williams.
then blue
Keep running. Keep moving.
is coming
And
through.
she's now walking down the home
She is
stretch.
very tired.
Red begins to run again. Over
Now
on the
she is
150
going to run in
meters
for the
mark.
last 20
There's a
meters
red
or so,
house
50
struggling at the-
meters.
Just
And
around
so
220
she comes
meters.
home.
I
Tired,
don't think she's gonna come all the way back
but
here.
completing it.
But here comes Blue, finally making it in. Come on, Red. Here comes Red now. Final 100 meters to come
So,
down is this
Red
House
House
begins to strive.
left on the track by herself.
As she come down, give her a round of applause as she come down in lane number 2.
This is the final
she's
athlete,
by herself
Red
in the
House.
clear, and she's coming down nicely. Give her a round of applause.
She
as
would
she
know
come
that
down
nobody
and
can
pass
pass
the
her
various
because
stand. Give her a
nobody's
round of
behind her.
It's
So it's all
1200 meters. Sheila,
Red
come on,
House.
Blue.
She's
Come on,
gonna
Red.
walk
She
again.
begins to walk again.
And let's
She
hope
knows
that
better than
even
I do.
for the last 10 meters, she's gonna
come on,
finish
Red.
with a
Come on,
run.
Red.
She does.
Red is gonna finish
She's
it
gonna finish
nicely.
with
Here
a
she
run,
comes.
getting some
Give her
encouragement
another round of applause.
as she comes home.
Here she comes, number 11 on her chest.
Here she comes.
Hopefully next time around you will bring back one of those
1200 meters. 1200 meters open for boys. They're off.
So it's 1200
And they'll be
meters.
cutting into
Open
lane
male.
1 just about
Here we
now.
go.
The Red House
And
athlete
we have two
initially
athletes.
looked as if he was going to try to stay at the top, but has decided to pull up the back. Well, he has maybe he has a plan. But at the top, see who has a plan as well. The Blue House athlete. He has decided to try and establish a big lead.
3 laps around the track.
So the others not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Red and blue
Red 44,
specifically.
Red 44,
They are looking
green
good,
57,
but
and blue 60.
blue at the
Scores
top
after
with
the
a bit of a
400
lead.
meters. We got Red
Coming
House
around nicely.
44,
So
Red
blue
44,
moving
green 57,
very nicely, but this is
green
early
57,
days yet in this
and
race.
blue 60,
As he
60.
tries to pull
Blue
away from the
60.
pack, he's
That was after the
doing
400
so
meters. We're
for
now
the
into
moment,
1200 meters.
holding
And
on
we see
for the
blue
moment.
coming down the track now with 100 meters left to complete lap number 1.
So
With this
Blue House it
3-lap
is.
race around the
Red
track
and
in
the other
open
blue
males.
not out of it
Here
at
comes
all.
blue, followed by red,
But this
then
Blue House
then red,
athlete with
then
that lead,
red,
he has long
then
legs,
green,
striding nicely.
as they come around.
So we're gonna break and we're gonna come back
So here
when
it
they go into the final lap.
Lap
These
number
two
one,
going
number
along
one.
nicely as well, staying
1-6,
alongside each
it
other.
looks like.
And
And
then
there
we
we have
have
blue and
the
red.
others.
Looking nicely.
Red House athlete has moved
Completing
up.
lap number 1. So 2 more laps to
So
go.
I guess he has a
Here
plan.
goes red. Here comes red.
And then we have
Here comes
green and green.
The green, blue.
We
Here
break, we'll
comes
be back.
green and green.
We have a
good
bit of
condition with
a
a nice
cloud
cool
cover.
breeze.
Let's hope we won't have
And
any
here
rain.
comes
Sadly,
blue,
it's still very
followed
clear
by
though.
that little blue. Can
But
the
as we
smallest
approach
cut down the big tree
the
here?
whistle for the final
Here
lap,
comes blue.
blue and blue. The long
Looking good.
and the short of it.
Final lap.
I think you have to keep your eyes on this little blue. This little man
Here
looks
goes
very
the blue,
determined.
little blue.
The big man in front has
Steve is
tall,
looking for the big tree here.
he's a tall man, he has
Here comes
long
red.
legs.
Here's
But
red
the
as well.
little man with shorter strides and
Here's
shorter
red
legs
blue.
is closing the
Coming
gap.
through.
This
Here
is
in
interesting.
fourth
Keep your eyes,
position.
folks.
Now
Focus on these two.
Two blues up
Keep
front.
your eyes
It's gonna be
focused on
interesting
these two
because
because
that little
something
blue
tells
seems as though
me
he wanna cause
that
confusion
Blue House
up front.
athlete in second is
scooping
not going to
or
settle for
sneaking up on
second.
that Blue House athlete up top.
So the
He's
tall
looking
man
good.
though
Here
seems
they go.
relaxed,
Here comes
seems
the blue.
either
And the
he's
red.
unaware
And
of
the
the
just passing by.
impending danger or
And here's
he
the
doesn't
green,
care
green
because
struggling
he
in
knows
the
that he can
breeze.
handle it. The little man
In the
seems to be
meantime,
backing
Blue
off
House,
though,
the bigger
but it
one,
might come down to a
the big
sprint. But the
tree
big
is running away
man,
from
his
the small
advantage
laps.
is that he has
2 more
long
100 meters
legs.
to run here.
The little one makes 4 strides,
And
he
here's the
makes
red
2.
looking for something here in
And he's
third position.
pulling away.
Seems as though he wants
Seems to
silver.
be pulling away. The
He's
little man
running hard
seems to be
now.
backing off.
The Red House in third. And here
The
we
little
see
man
blue.
has backed
Here
off.
goes the final
I don't know if
green
he has
for the
anything
final
left.
lap. Here comes green.
I
Down
think
the
he's
home
trying
straight now
though.
for the final time is
But blue
Can he try
is
something
pulling
against the
away.
red? It's left
He's
to be
pulling
seen.
away. Tall man
As he comes
pulling
down the
away.
stretch
One
now,
for the
he's ready.
inter-primary.
Here comes red. Here comes
So
blue.
he's
Here
large
comes
and
down
in
the home
charge.
stretch. It's gonna be a close
The
one
second
there.
blue
As they come down
is
the
being
home stretch,
threatened
they
by
begin
red.
to move. So
We're
it's
going to have a race on
red.
between
As they
those
come
two,
down
but
here,
here's the
who's gonna win here?
champion.
Red and blue
But
got
here's
it.
this
Blue
race.
is gonna be in trouble
Here's
there.
this
As
race.
they come
Here's
down
this
the
race.
final
Here's this
line,
race.
red
Blue
is
trying to
red.
hold on.
Blue is
Red trying hard.
Takes it.
That's a brilliant finish.
Sneak up there. Red
That's
is
a
gonna be
brilliant
still
finish.
31 of red
You know what we are
still.
seeing here? All of them want to be in the inter-primary track team, and they're really giving it their all.
Here comes there another red.
And then I think we're gonna have another sneak up here now. Another challenge here. Can blue get closer to red? Can blue get closer? I think he's backed off. He's backed off. Red is just gonna cruise home.
And nobody wants to be the last one.
Red
So he's
is
gonna
gonna
be a ding dong for
cruise
those two as
home.
well. And here comes Red. Here comes
Looks
Red.
like
Give
it's
him
a
round of applause as
green
he
behind
comes in.
him.
1200
Red
meters, 3 laps,
goes
and not
across
3
the
easy
line
laps.
now.
Here comes the green, it looks like.
Green comes in now.
143 of green.
So it's all greens at the back. You
And
could see
here
that
comes
it
the
has
two
been a
greens coming
grueling
down the stretch
exercise
here
this
now.
400 meters.
Here's the one in front.
I don't think we're going to
He
have a
didn't want
sneak
to be
up
the
at
final
all
one.
in
Here
this
comes
one.
green and green, green and
So
green. Let's see what
green
happened here.
moving
Comes green
along
fin- Oh,
nicely.
he looks over early.
So green
And
coming up
he's just
now
gonna take his time
to
and
go across the finish
Stitching
line.
time, save 9.
So
And
here
he
he
now gonna
goes,
finish it.
completing the course.
And
Very
there's the
determined.
green in the back there.
And then we have
Come
the
on,
final
green. Come on,
athlete.
green. Give a nice
He's
little finish there to the
obviously
team.
under duress, but the fact is
And
he's
he's
completing the
now
course,
coming in,
and that's the most important
holding
thing.
his chest.
Yes, he is
But he'll
obviously
be all right.
stressed out.
And
He's home though.
making it in now. Well, when you go home,
So
them Russ and
we're
Simpson.
going to the
9,
60
8,
meters
7.
dash. These are going to be quick.
Right.
Class
And
7 female.
So it's
60
the
meters.
class 7
Record holder,
females.
Cavella Wallace.
These are the little
The
ones.
time of
And
10
Cavella Wallace still has a
10.44
record
seconds
in
in
this
the year
event.
2008.
Cavella Wallace, of course,
lane
was an
1.
outstanding athlete in her time at Charlestown Primary and Charlestown Secondary.
Tiwanai Tyson in lane 2. Brianni Jimenez Ramirez. Red Falcons in lane
Jimenez
3.
Ramirez, my goodness.
Thalia Samuel, Blue Lightnings, lane 4. Janaya White, Green Giants, lane 7.
As the sun
Javier
comes out in
Simpson,
all of its
Green
glory,
Giants, lane
the
8.
dark clouds have
Ariel
moved
Ross,
away,
Red Falcons,
and the sun
and
shines
lane
down on the
9,
Mondo.
Avani Bim, Blue Lightnings.
Truck side.
So there's a BIM in this one. I wonder if it's one of Anand's children. Anand Bim, of course, outstanding cricketer here on
Please
Nevis.
stay in your lanes. Photo finish, ready? On your mark.
Just about to get out of the blocks. These little ones would be matching up against all of the other schools. April the 2nd for the Grand Inter-Primary Sports Meet. Much anticipated. The Inter-Primary on Nevis, of course, is an event. People actually shop around the Inter-Primary. I mean, vendors bring in stuff for Inter-Primary. People buy stuff for Inter-Primary. Hairdressers get extra work for Inter-Primary. It's a business. I wonder if the gun is having an issue now that it's away from the area where they manage it. Seems to be a stutter down
gun.
there.
Test. Mr. DJ, keep the starter gun alive.
My goodness, once that gun went, they couldn't get these young ones stopped at all. My goodness.
Mr. DJ, please keep the gun.
All they wanted to hear was a gun and they were gone. Well, anybody, I don't blame them at all. Anywhere I hear a gun, I'm going to run too.
Chance of firing with those skin the gap.
You're going to run as well.
gonna
If
take
you
off
hear
and
a
they have
gun,
to
you're
stop.
going to run.
I hope.
Well, the action would resume after that very interesting development. The gun was being tested. Children heard a gun and they were out of the blocks. Like I say, if I heard a gun as well behind me, I'm going to run too. Won't you run too? I'm sure you'll run too. So you can't blame the children. And I think these are the most difficult ones to
Alright,
get started
ready,
because they're edgy. They're ready to go. Any little movement, they're going to run. Hard to stop too, you know.
Okay,
There they go. It's a clean start this time. Who's going to take this one? There's a red house and a green house at the top. Close race, close race, close race, close race.
Green and red. Easy, easy, easy.
And they somehow managed to get them stopped. They somehow managed to get them stopped. It's a difficult ask, I could tell you, because these children want to run some more. They want to run some more.
60 meters, now we're going to see the ball.
Interestingly,
34
Joel
seconds
Scarborough still
in
holds the record in this one.
2010.
I want to believe
Lane
that
one,
Raymond Gums is in this one.
Guy
So
Romney, Red Falcons,
I'll know
lane
if
2.
I see Daddy or Mommy around.
Mickle of Blue Lightnings, lane 3. Tiwandre
I
Tyson,
want to believe that Raymond
Giants,
Gums is in this
lane
one. Let's
4.
listen up.
Freniel Samayento, Red Falcons, lane 5. Cleon Clark, Blue Lightnings, lane 6. Tavian Freeman, Green Giants, lane 7. Jonas Hendrickson.
Well, it doesn't
Red
seem as
Falcons.
if Raymond
In
Gums
lane
is in
8,
this one. I
Elian
should have known better
Nanton,
because
Blue
I'm not
Lightnings.
seeing Raymond Gums anywhere close.
Our
So
sponsors for the males, Finish Touch Limited,
not in this one.
Boss Baby Trends, International Merchant Bank Limited. Those are the sponsors for the Class 7 males. Walters as
This
well in the
weather
house.
is changing drastically and
So,
dramatically because
trackside.
a while ago it was real sunshine
Trackside.
beating down on the Mondo. All of
Okay,
a sudden,
children, ready?
cloud cover again and getting a little too close for comfort to the Sadler area.
Set.
But the races continue.
They're coming
Clean
down
start
here
here.
now. Let's wait and
Little
see
boys
here. We
out
see,
of the blocks.
green and
There's
blue. Down the children, look
Red
at
House
There's a Charlie
leaning
green.
forward,
Here they
but
come
there's a
down.
blue on the
Red is
outside
good.
there.
Red is
This is
good.
close. Red is gonna take it.
Blue takes silver and look like green had the bronze.
So, and they were stopping.
Number 30.
Easily stop
Jonas.
these guys. But all of them look mean
And
and
now we're
lean
gonna see
and ready to
Class
run.
6.
Class 6.
Females. Record holder Joshua Weeks in the time of 9. Class 6 males.
I think Raymond
Messiah
Gums is
Skeet
in this one.
In the time of
There's an
9.64
intensity
seconds.
here. I'm not seeing Ramy as
Year
yet, but let's listen up.
2016 in lane 1. Raymond Gums. of the
Raymond
Green
Gums is
Giants,
in this
lane
one,
2.
so
Elijah
the supporters
Sampson
are already here.
of Red Falcons
And we'll be
in
listening
lane
out
3.
to hear
Brathwaite,
our
Blue
C,
Lightnings,
Ramy
lane
Gums.
4,
He
Amaziah
is somewhere
Forrester,
close, I believe.
Green Giants in
So-
lane 5. Kamali Love of Red Falcons, lane
Let's
6.
see who takes this one.
Alson Anzem
But
of Blue Lightnings,
it's going to be
lane
a
7.
fast-paced one.
Kenai Dida in lane 8. Kiza
It's
Wilkes,
going to be a fast-paced
Red
one.
Falcons.
Trackside.
So should be getting out of the blocks shortly. This is going to be interesting. Raymond Gums is in lane number 1,
your mark.
but there's some other athletes there who will want that gold medal as badly as he wants it. So let's see what happens here. Just about to get going. On the starters orders, the Red House athlete was just treading a little bit over the line.
Set.
Has to be pulled back. They're out of the blocks. Let's see who's going to take this one. Who's taking this one? Who is taking this one? There's a greenhouse athlete out front, but there's also green. Well, I think Raymond was beaten into second. I think Raymond was beaten into second. So looks like that greenhouse athlete has taken the goal. We have a bit of a drizzle on here.
60 meters. Now we're going to
We
see
hope
class
that
6
it's not serious.
females.
So those are the
60
two
meters.
leaders, first and second.
And
And I think the Red House is third. But Raymond has arrived. Ramy has arrived. He's here.
Joshua Weeks, record holder,
They're here.
9.64.
Full
Second
support.
of the year 2010.
And in lane 1, Liebird, Red
we're gonna
Falcons
have
in
the
lane
girls now.
5. Kiana Dorset,
And they'll be rushing
Green
down here
Giants in lane
at
6.
a good pelt.
Jadera Trisha Liebird of Red Falcons. Lane 4. Dorset is lane 5.
Trackside.
So just about to get going. It's the girls now. Still that overcast lingering here at the Mondo.
On your mark.
Hopefully not to cover Saddle Hill because that's where trouble starts. It's the turn of the girls. One of the athletes overbalancing there. Let's see what happens. Once that gun goes, they'll be out of the blocks. They're gone. They're gone. Let's see who's going to take this one. Blue on the outside, looking as if she has a clear lead. But red is moving along nicely. Red, green, blue.
Take silver, and the bronze look like blue.
Brilliant run. Brilliant run. Fast run. Drizzle is increasing.
Now we're going to have some more 60 meters. Slight drizzle across the ground, but nothing to...
Females.
So it's going to be the
Grade 2
class
females.
5
In lane
females,
1,
grade 2.
Diana Lake, Green Giants, lane
Still
2.
with that
Cesara
disgusting
Carter,
kind of
Red
drizzle.
Falcons, lane 4.
Persistent kind of drizzle.
Anila Jones, Green Giants, lane 5.
We're
Devancia
hoping that it will
Brown,
stop
Red
soon
Falcons, lane 6.
because
Nine
not good for the
Money
cameras.
Brown, Blue Falcons,
Can't-
lane
the
7,
umbrella's
Silent
already
Kings,
out.
Green Giants, lane 8,
People
Addie
are
David,
taking
Red
shelter.
Falcons, and lane 9, Sashona Earl, Blue Lightnings.
Trackside.
The drizzle is increasing.
Wait.
Somebody says
Go
wait.
ahead.
Now
On
they
your
say
mark.
go ahead. As
Up
we're
the
going to see
line.
what happens. We're going to try to get this one. It's supposed to be fast paced.
And they are,
They're
here
off
they come
and
down 60
running.
meters. And they come down the stretch here.
Here
It looks like blue on the
goes.
outside.
Let's see who is
There's a green on the
leading.
inside as well.
Let's
And they
see who
come
is
down now.
leading.
It's
Blue and red and green tight.
Green takes silver. And then blue
Very good run
capture
that.
the bronze. 60 meters.
So that little persistent.
Eliel Williams, Green Giants.
Still very persistent.
So those are the
Easing
main
up
assignment.
slightly. Thankfully, we're seeing a little sunshine at the far end. Hopefully, it's not going to last. So, Mommy is here supporting. Very elated. So, thought that the drizzle would have caused the officials to speed it up, but seems as if they might be under umbrellas, so they don't care. Not sure. Seems as if they're ready now. So we're gonna get this one. The drizzle again intensifies. Camera is
Trackside.
getting wet here, folks. It's a disgusting, persistent kind of drizzle. And
Trackside.
let's see.
On your mark.
We're gonna get this final 60
the line.
meters race out of the way, and then maybe they'll take a break.
Set.
So let's see. It's gonna be fast paced. It's gonna be
Okay,
over in a
stand up.
jiffy. Oh no.
If you're going to go
There's
down.
a pause. There's a pause. One of the athletes thinking about going down in the approved manner. That's what he was taught. And maybe
Stand up.
been told
Ready?
to stand up.
On your mark.
So let's see now. He's going, they're all going down. They're going down in the approved fashion. Practicing for the big day. So let's see what happens here now.
Set.
And they're off.
And they are. Here
Let's
they
see
come
who
down.
takes
Down the
this
stretch
one.
of It look like red and blue and green up front. Red,
Let's
green,
see
and
who's
blue. Here they come down
leading.
now.
There's a
Here they come
little
down.
green and there's a green. There's a green. There's a green, blue, green, red.
Had to settle with the silver. Green takes gold. Blue takes silver. And it looked like green.
Speedy
They
won
got
that.
as well.
And the drizzle seems to have stopped. That's interesting.
Number 220.
So now I can dry the camera while we take a break.
Taking gold.
Willett.
Well, as we prepare for the
Kajne Willett Kings.
as we prepare for the 200 meters, we're gonna have an exhibition race. So it's going to be a bit of an exhibition as a prelude to the 200 meters. The same ladies who ran earlier, I think, which includes McNeil and Bailey and company.
Good to go.
They're going to do the 200 meters. They might even do the 100 meters as an exhibition as well. And it's all about practice for their future meets as well. It's good practice, competitive practice, not just a relaxed run around the track, but really competitive event. Yeah, oh, it's a clean
They're
start.
off and running now on the
So,
outside.
let's
You can
see.
see Black. Look at Bailey coming around
Well,
there. In the very top,
Bailey
coming around
looking
the
strong.
final turn towards the 100
Bailey
meters now.
looking
They're
strong,
on the stretch
yeah.
they come now. They all running out of
She's
some
dominating in the
We
center of the
march all
pack.
over the top and
Here
all
she
sorts of
comes,
clubs
Bailey,
coming, but it's Bailey.
running
CPS
away,
on the bottom track,
running
coming
away.
down, running
Brilliant
down, challenged
strides,
strongly by Wilkes. Can
brilliant
Wilkes pull it out?
strides,
Bailey's
brilliant
gonna take gold.
strides. Then we have
takes
Wilkes.
silver. And
McNeil was
the
way
others
at the
came
back.
in very close. That was an exhibition.
So we're gonna have another exhibition 200-meter event, this time for males, and we have Stanley back in this one. The actual Stanley. He won the previous exhibition race, and we'll be looking to storm away as well in the 200 meters exhibition. But there might be a couple other athletes who might have something else to say about that. We'll wait and see. Stanley seems to be in lane 4. And the good news is that the sun is out once more, playing cat and mouse, or cat and mice with us today.
Sit. And
Off. Clean start. It is a clean start. Let's see who is going to lead this one. Stanley's on the inside. Let's see what happens as they make that turn. Stanley's pulling away, but he's been challenged. He's been challenged. He's been challenged. This time he's been challenged, but he has a slight lead, but he's pulling away. He takes it.
In lane number 4, it looks like it's the Titan Club taking the goal.
So Stanley challenged at one point there. But you
following.
could see him digging deep
Had a good look at the two
and deciding
on three up
he
front.
wants this more than the others, and he pulled away in the end and took the goal.
Strategize a little more.
So I think these are the Class 1 girls. No, they don't look like Class 1 girls, so we'll have to verify that. But it's 200 meters, the first one for the actual school event. The others were just exhibition races out of the blocks now. Let's see who is leading in this one. We see blue and red in the... So red looks as if she's threatening, but let's see who is going to take this one. Red is pulling away. Red is pulling away. My goodness, she has stormed away. She has stormed away. There's red storming away from the pack. And then we have blue and green tight. And then we have red. And then blue.
Here comes green.
And then green.
Class 5 girls.
Enthusiasm. Cheers. We're gonna have
Nobody in lane 9. There's nobody in lane 9.
another race just about to get started. A very exciting one just now. And I can see clearly now the rain is gone. It's a cloud almost, well, certain sections, cloudless sky, little white here, but definitely no dark clouds right now. And the sun is out in all its glory. And we hope that it can keep that way.
Sit. And
out of the blocks they go.
It's green, followed by blue.
Green is at the top, blue is chasing after. And then green also moving along, and then red. So let's see what transpires. Red seems to be struggling though. But green pulling away. Green at the top, pulling away. Green looks serious. So green ahead of the pack. Green is looking cool and calm and composed. He's going to take goal. He's going to take goal with ease. And then we have a tight one between blue and green, then red, and their friends.
And the bronze went to green, and here they are coming in now with blue and green and red in the rear.
Class 4, Elijah Jones of Red Falcons in lane 5. Silan Paris of the Blue Lightnings in lane 6. Malachi Walcott of the Green Giants in lane 7. Dante Delpesh of Red Falcons in lane 8. Kevin David of the Blue Lightnings, and in lane 9, Marley Love of the Green Giants. So
just about to get going.
Good to go.
Generally speaking, the gun seems to be working properly today. So we'll be getting out of the blocks shortly. And the athletes on the starters orders.
Set.
Out of the blocks.
Here they go now. It's the event number 20 of the card.
This looks like green at the top, but blue is close. So blue again, and another blue and a red. This is going to be interesting, I believe. This one is going to be fast, but blue pulls away. Blue has pulled away from the pack. He looks like a star by himself. And then the green and blue trying to chase after him. But blue it is. Brilliant run. Blue has done it. Then green and blue.
And blue, fourth, red. And here comes
and the others.
Green and blue coming in to finish up.
Brilliant run that. On the starters orders. Athletes anxious to get going. The wind picks up here at the Mondo. Again, we have a slight haze, but no rain at this point. So here goes. Red and blue at the top, but blue has pulled away for the moment on the outside. So blue with a lead, but coming down to the final 100 meters. They're going to even out here. Even out here now. Who is in the lead? Well, green on the outside looks strong. So green and blue, green and blue, green and blue, green. Oh, but look at that little blue. My goodness, out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, that little blue. My goodness, out of nowhere.
Green took the silver and the red.
When they started that final 100 meters, that little blue wasn't in the mix. But somewhere, out of nowhere, she popped in and took control. Brilliant finish that by that little blue. Wonderful run.
Kaimani Newton in a time of 28.80 seconds. Males on the line. Should have the males.
Yeah, it should be the males.
Should have the males on the line.
And this race is sponsored by Russ Powell.
Willett.
Grade 4.
In year
and we have a slight drizzle once more. Very, very slight.
In lane 1, Jada Kendall of the Blue Lightnings. In lane 2, Alicia Joseph.
So you see grade 4 females coming up.
In lane 3, Alison Britanna of Red Falcons. In lane 4, Alyssa Williams, Blue Lightnings. In lane 5, Joanna Frith, Green Giants. Lane 6, Zalika Wong of Red Falcons. In lane 7, Dendria Johnson of the Blue Lightnings. And in lane 8, Stanira Grant of the Green Giants.
Track side it is, and we should be getting this grades 4 girls out of the blocks.
Yo! Station!
So, just about to get going. Out of the blocks.
It's the grade 4 girls. Here come now.
Grade 4 girls.
It's green leading the way. Challenged strongly by red, but there's a blue moving around
and
there.
then red right in the
green, blue,
middle,
green,
and then blue moving
red.
strongly. Blue
Around
looks
the
good. So what's going to
one
happen
here.
here as blue is making waves,
like
pulling away. Blue pulls away. I don't think anybody's going to catch her. She's large and in charge. Really nice strides, strong strides. Remember the name, I think it's a Williams. And then we have green, red, and green. And then they're friends.
And here comes green for 5th, 6 and 7
blue
for
and blue. And then there's a red house athlete.
coming in.
Made sure
for red.
everybody was safe. And then she comes home.
Class 4 females. So we should see the boys now.
Class 3 males.
Class 3 males.
Jalik Chambers of the Green Giants. In lane 2, Josiah Mead of the Red Falcons. In lane 3, Aiden Walters, Blue Lightnings. In lane 4, Azani Nichols, Green Giants. In lane 6, LaJohn Forbes of the Blue Lightnings. In lane 7, Alan DeLeon Martinez, Green Giants. In lane 8, Devondre Liber, the Red Falcons. And in lane 9, Kyrie Carey of the Blue Lightnings.
Chuck, sir. On your mark.
Well, this one will be getting underway shortly. We have a slight drizzle still here. And close to Saddle Hill, there's a bit of cloud. That's not good. It's not right over Saddle Hill.
And yeah, class 3 male.
Class 3 boys.
Blue, red, green, 2 green.
Let's see who is leading. Blue and then red. Red looks good. But then blue. Racing it. Well, it's a green or blue. Green now. As the final 100 meters, green. With a bit of a lead. Green with a bit of a lead. Green is pulling away. Green is pulling away. And green will take it with ease. Then red, then green, then blue, and blue. And then the others, blue, red, and green.
As they finish it up, 200 meters class 3 boys.
So,
200 of the Red Falcons, Delicia Morton. In lane 8 of the Blue Lightnings, Bethia Barry. And in lane 9 of the Green Giants, Aikisha Hendrickson.
Class 2 females.
so they get bigger. So we're gonna have the class 2 girls.
JD Kings, DJ Smudge Entertainment, they are the sponsors for the class 2 females 200 meters. Chuck side.
So they'll be getting out of the blocks shortly. Settling in nicely on the starters orders.
Set. Stand up.
Somebody blow a whistle. And I think that could have been disconcerting. On the starters orders once more. Should be getting out of the blocks shortly. Clean start.
Class 2 girls. Here they go now. It's green, blue.
Class 2 girls.
Green, blue.
Green
red,
at the top,
blue,
chased by blue.
and red. In the back.
So
As they
this
come around
is
the turn
interesting.
now, it's
Let's
blue
see
and
who is
green
on the
at
inside. There's a
here.
green on the
Let's see
inside
what
as well.
they come down
This
the
could be
stretch now. It's
interesting.
blue in the lead for the
Well,
first
for the
green.
moment,
As they come down the
it's
final
green
stretch,
and blue. Blue pulling away. Blue pulling away. Blue looks good at the top. Blue, large and in charge. That looks like Barry.
Blue is gonna take the gold.
Takes it with ease.
Green takes silver and
Then
gold.
green and green.
And here comes
Then
the
red,
fourth.
red, red, green, and all
That was the
blues.
class 2 girls. 200 meters.
Class 2 boys. 200 meters.
Very good run that.
Record holder. Of the
Well,
Blue
this is what we didn't want.
Zakeem
Look at Saddle Hill.
In lane 2
There's cloud cover
of the
at
Green
Saddle Hill.
Giants, Nike
Normally when that
Newton.
happens,
In
we're going to
lane
get a bit of
2
rain here
of
at the
Red
Mondo.
Falcons, Keznambi Archibald. In lane 4 of the Blue Lightnings,
So just about to get going.
And yeah, it's the
Here
class
they
2
go.
boys.
Class
200
2 boys.
meters. Ready, shine
Red
ready.
out
Followed
front.
by green and blue.
Green
Another
on
round
the
inside.
inside.
And
That's
blue
dangerous
on the
for
back.
red, who is
He's causing
leading.
some storm
And
here.
then there's a
As they
blue.
make their way around the
There's
turn
a
around
blue
the
looking
middle,
really
it's
strong.
blue on the outside.
What's
It's blue on the
happening
inside.
here? Blue is running
Blue
away.
looks good. On the outside
That's
there, the red.
Zakeem
And
Bailey.
there's a green.
Zakeem Bailey storms away and looking really strong. Zakeem, red takes second, silver, then red, and then blue, then green, then green. Green is a hustling here. Blue is trying to catch up. And there they go. Zakeem Bailey has been running well all afternoon. 1 point to primary. Remember that name.
200 meters. Record holder, Renika Daniel of the Green Giants. Melody Diaz Bastardo of the Green Giants. In lane 8, Celine Gums, Red Falcons. And in lane 9 of the Blue Lightnings, Lakaija Romney.
Well, they're saying that Barry has broken the record. Getting a round of applause. Warming to Barry. Well, because Dion is up there. Dion is up there. You'll think that Dion is the one who broke the record. She's as happy as a lark. She's still talking about it, Dion. And here's where the big girls play. Here's where the big girls play. 200 meters. Class 1 girls. So young Bethia Barry breaking that record, establishing a new one.
Set.
It's about to get going.
On the off. Here they go. Around the turn they come now. It's blue.
Blue way out front, but she's on the outside. Can't watch that yet. There's a blue in the middle of the track. She looks quick. Let's see. She's gonna pull away. Blue, it is. Being challenged. The two blues looking good, but the one in the middle looks as if she's gonna take this. I think the one in the middle. Williams it is, and she takes it. Challenge, but it's all blues. Green, green, red, green, and then red, making sure they're okay.
And here comes the final.
Finishing nicely.
Let's try to beat this rain. Yes.
And then they realize that the rain is coming, so they're trying to get in this race before it comes. It's all across Saddle Hill, so it's going to come right away.
Come on, guys.
In lane 1,
And
Charles Joseph, Red Falcons.
I thought they said they were leaving out the announcements, trying to beat the rain. The rain is coming. The rain is coming. And the umbrellas are out again.
Nisbet Whirling, lane 6, John Richardson, lane 7, Terry Roberts.
On your mark.
They're going to get this in because the rain is coming. There's a water spout. There's a water spout up there.
Trackside.
There's a water spout somewhere there.
Set.
They're trying to beat it.
Enough. Let's see who will run for shelter here. As they come around, it's green, blue,
The rain is coming, but
You know,
also
red
coming are the
As they make
athletes.
this way around the turn,
As
that's
the
what
rain
number
has
two.
arrived.
On the inside in lane number 2, it looks like.
Looks
as they come around
as
the
if
turn,
red
the
is
rain
coming,
They are coming.
and
Who's gonna do it?
blue
As
on
they
the
come down
inside.
final stretch now.
Blue on the inside, challenged by red, and then red in the middle of the track. Who is going to take this one? They have a good close race here, but blue seems to be pulling away. Red, blue, wow,
It looks like red takes gold.
close.
Blue might have taken silver.
And then everybody's
we have
going to
another
run
lane
for
now,
shelter.
Along with a slight shower from the saddling area. The only things look threatening is the water spout. It's the first 4x100 meters infant females.
Well, infant
Here they go.
females,
We see
after
red
the
leading
rain,
the way, followed by
we're
green,
back on
then
the
blue.
track. It was a
And
serious
we
bit
got
of rain.
the second
So
station
infant
now. Red holding on
females,
to
4x100
taken over by
meters.
green here. So green passes,
The
red
good thing
passes.
about the Mondo track is that
And tumble with red, but red
no
is across
real
the track. Green
problems
is
in
leading
terms
now,
of
followed
wet
by
and
red, then blue.
slippery.
That's how it's
It
shaping
dries
up
out
here now.
pretty quickly,
Red is
so
rolling back
green
nicely here. Let's wait and see. Red
leading
got the
and
number
red
house in the
chasing
year
and blue
1999.
way
In the time
behind.
of 1:07.74.
Well, back is
Red
being
passes,
passed,
green
so
passes, and they're off.
blue it
There
is.
goes green, followed
Moving
by
along
red.
nicely.
Let's see what can Divi do here. Divi
So,
coming around the bend.
red.
Oh,
chasing after green. So red trying to get around now to pass off. It could be interesting on the final 100. This could be interesting on the final 100. What's going to happen here now? Green and red. Red and green. Green and red. Red is chasing after green. Red is giving it her all. Green trying to hold on. Can green hold on? Red is coming alongside. Red gone ahead and raises her hand, and she hasn't reached yet. She hasn't reached yet, and she's celebrating. My goodness, what a Red House athlete. My goodness, she celebrated like 20 meters before she got there. Once she had overtaken that athlete, she started to celebrate.
Well. Number 6 and number 5.
Well. Started to celebrate right early.
Number 5 of red. Zalia, you teach them the trick.
I have the turn of the boys. My goodness, that race was pretty interesting with the Red House athletes celebrating early o'clock. I don't think the officials really and the coaches would recommend that. They would recommend that to use every second wisely and hustle to the finish. Don't celebrate early. Celebrate after the line. But I guess it's part of the entertainment package. Crowd loved it.
Set.
So, out of the blocks they go. Infant males it is. And here goes. Blue leading. Green easing alongside. Will pass off first. Green strategically putting the greenhouse athlete to run that particular race. My goodness, here's Green rushing away, but Blue is also closing the gap now. Blue is closing the gap, and the baton will be passed off almost simultaneously because Blue gets almost there, and so the batons have been passed. And then the little stumble, so Green is leading, has a bit of a lead. Can Blue come back? Green is pulling away. Green is pulling away. Green is pulling away. Blue has slowed up badly. I think this is all over if the green is really quick. Well, he's out of the blocks like a champion now. I don't think anybody is going to catch Green, especially if his name is Ramian Gums. My goodness, here he comes. He's going to run away with it. Green and then blue and red. Champion effort here. Champion effort. Close one, but blue and then red.
Blue came through with the silver. Red just a nose off. Well. I thought the one time red.
And the good news is that Saddle Hill is clear for the moment, but guess what? It really sent down some serious rain. Everybody had to shelter.
1:01.54 in the year 1999.
Fortunately, they didn't lose a lot of time because it was just on the stroke of the intermission.
We went to the intermission. Since we had it.
So it's class 3 and 4 females. 4 by 100 meters. It's going to be another fast one.
That's in the year 1999.
It was after the 400 meters. That's a long time ago. After the first event. Chuck side.
So we're going to have another 4 by 100 meters. They're going to get out the blocks shortly on the starters orders. The sun is out, and that's really good news.
Set.
Clean starts.
So it's green leading the way out in lane 5.
Blue chasing.
Blue in lane 4.
And red
in
a
3.
little bit behind.
Round the turn
But
they
at
go.
the top.
Towards the first button
Green
pass
and
now.
blue.
Let's see what
Green
happens.
and blue. They're going to pass off just about now. A little fumble there by the greenhouse athlete, but blue is out of the blocks very quickly. Can green come back? Green is trying to come back. So blue rushing away nicely. And let's see. Blue is going to pass off. Any fumbles? Slightest of fumbles. Green takes it nicely. Can she catch up? Well, blue in the lead, but being challenged by green. Green is closing the gap. She's taller. And I think it's going to be interesting on the final 100 here. Who is going to clean pass, but I think blue is too far ahead. Let's see if that's a reality, blue. I remember this lady. She's running away. She's running away, blue, but it's green and red with a bit of a challenge. But all blue, and then green and red, green and red.
Green.
Good
Green made
finish
it
that.
in with the silver. Red have to settle with the bronze.
So it's going to be the turn of the boys, and you can bet it's going to be another exciting one. Hope the sun stays out. Looking really nice now after the torrential rains earlier. Yeah. And red is at the top. Green is chasing after him. Green looks mean. Getting close to red. The buttons will be passed off shortly. Will there be a fumble? No fumble. The two of them out of the blocks quickly, close to each other. Green has a slight lead. Red is chasing after him. The buttons will be passed close again. Look at this now. They are connected cleanly. And blue pulling away. Red is struggling now. Blue has established a good lead. And that's not good news for red. Red has to be super quick on this button. Look at green. Out of the blocks. Well, I don't think anybody's going to catch him. Maybe next week. But this greenhouse athlete is pulling away. Blue and red have a bit of a challenge, but for the moment it's green. All green. Takes it now. Now here's red. Red and blue. Red and blue. Red it is, then blue.
And red takes silver.
Good strong finish that.
Red takes silver. Well run by blue. Silver.
So we understand that the young lady in green who has been really doing well all afternoon, they call her Kiki. She has been really running well.
Is the 1 and 2 girls.
So let's see if she can close the gap here, Kiki. She's closing the gap on the big red. So she is closing the gap, but blue is going to pass off first, but green has closed the gap nicely. And so blue out of the blocks, blue and green at the top, green chasing, all free. Looking pretty good, within striking range. Now somebody has to burst away on this button pass because it's too close to call right now. Let's see. Green and blue at the top, looking good. Green and blue at the top, looking good. Blue is pulling away. Green is struggling now. But I think this is closer now. All three will get it just about the same time. Now it's green. Now it's blue. This is a race, folks. Blue and green. Blue and green. It looks like Bethia. Bethia pulls away. Bethia Barry pulls away. And red settles for bronze.
In the class 1 and 2 girls. Barry.
And that's Dion. She is celebrating. She is happy.
Class 1 and 2, Bethia. And we're now going to see.
So Bethia Barry's mom, that's Dion. She likes to put people on camera, but she doesn't like to be on camera. Bethia has done well. Now I'm wondering if the Blue House, would have planned their strategy well here, because I was wondering if I was in their stead, I would have put Zakeem Bailey to finish. They're putting him to start. Well, that could be interesting. That's the plan. Let's see if the plan works. So Zakeem Bailey starting for blue. Might pass off the button first, but what happens after that could be interesting. So
Stand up.
just about to get started.
On your mark.
Starter having a difficulty there as they get started.
1 and 2
So
boys.
Bailey is going to pass off first, but that doesn't say much. It's a little early in this race. Let's see if the strategy works. He passes off first. Blue is pushing away. I don't know if the strategy is going to work, but that little red looks fast. He's closing the gap, and once that gap is closed, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Has the blue strategy worked? We are not sure yet, because red is making a game of this. Red is making a game of this. Red is making a game of this. Now here's where I think they would have needed Zakeem Bailey. So here's what's going on here now. Red and blue. Red and blue. Red and blue. Red and blue. I think blue might be in trouble. Let's see now. I don't think the blue plan worked. Red has pulled away. That's exactly what I was thinking. Red has done it brilliantly, and so the plan didn't quite work. Maybe Zakeem Bailey should have been finishing. That would have been my call. But Red celebrates. They have a right to celebrate. That was brilliantly done by Red.
200 meters, some scores are in after the 200 meters.
So after the 200 meters, we have some scores.
Red, and remember this is after the 200 meters.
So Red House after 200 meters, 94 points.
94 points.
And then Green House.
No, that's blue.
Blue House.
Green 156.
Green 156. Green 156.
Blue House.
And Blue House
2 points.
has to be in the lead.
158 points.
158 points. So it's a close race between blue and green.
156 and red 94. These points, there's a 50-50 possibility.
And the
that
news is not good. The news is not good. This is Saddle Hill.
Because it's just
and the cloud is hovering over Saddle Hill. So not good news. So we'll have to keep our fingers crossed. So it looks as if we're going to get some more rain. The sun is trying to hold its own. The couple of lights that are working here at the Mondo
So we are in that vicinity, so we will get a little touch
are
up.
already on.
In the meantime, know where your umbrellas are. Line. So red is 114. Red 114. Blue 182. Blue 182. And green 183. Green 183. 1 point ahead.
Still a close race between green and blue.
Green has gone in the lead.
No.
100. 4x4.
This is very interesting. Saddle Hill has cleared, but you could see that there's rain in that general area, Brown Hill and those areas up there, Morning Star. Those areas are getting some serious rain.
It's gonna rain.
It looks as if we might still get some of it. Saddle Hill is holding its own, but it seems to be coming towards us.
So in the meantime, Mr. DJ. On Sunday coming.
Yes, I was told by the coaches from the Gingerland Secondary School that
It's really overcast.
Sports Day. They will be dominating and
Gingerland Sports Day?
Yes, they're saying that Sunday coming is Gingerland Sports Day. They will be dominating, infiltrating.
It's all cloudy here.
That's some good encouragement to be here.
Yes, that's what they're saying.
But the athletes are coming.
Come and see.
Lions! Roar! Where the Lions are now roar?
Event number 33. 3 and 4 females. That's 3 and 4 females.
Event number 33.
800 meters.
Get to 54. We're in the 800 meters. 3 and 4. On your marks. Walk up to the line.
So up to the line, they're off.
Yeah. And you can go in.
Now they could cut into lane 1.
800 meters, so it's 2 laps around.
2 times around the track.
Let's see.
We have a Red House athlete leading for the moment with Blue House close, getting ahead of her now. Then green.
Around the track here.
So
the breeze begins to blow across the ground. It's a little
blue
breeze.
leading, pulling away.
And the athletes
Green
are
going
making
ahead
their
of
way
red
around.
as well.
Blue in the lead, followed by
The
green
others
in the
are
blue,
just cruising
green,
for the
red,
moment,
green. That's the
but
order
don't
of the
count
track
them
at the
out as
moment.
yet.
As they make their way around, just about
Blue
200 meters to run
has
from the blue house and
decided
who is leading the
to
way.
run away from
She's
the
looking
pack.
good. It look like a Williams.
Looks really strong.
And it look like a little young
Green and
She's
red
leading the way nicely. Good strive.
having problems.
Green is trying to hold
But
on there. Red is right
Blue
there as well.
is running away.
They're not yet out of it.
Blue is running away, but still
As they
she
come
would
around the
have
bend. Down the
another
100 meters now for Blue House.
entire
She
lap
will
to go
hear
after
the final
this.
whistle when she get by
So
the
here
finish
she
line area.
comes, looking really
Looking
strong. She has done
It
well
is
all
Blue House
afternoon,
Green is still in
and
second.
her
Followed
Blue
by
House
red, blue,
has benefited from
red,
quite some
green,
points.
Red,
Might be challenging
red,
for the
and
Victory
green.
Sladorum
Back in
as
front
well.
position here now,
Really strong.
in the back.
And so
it's
the
final
whistle
for
goes,
the final lap, number 120
signaling
blue.
that the final
Young
lap
Williams,
is on
she's
the
leading
way.
the way by
And then
some
we have Green.
60 meters or so. And here
I
comes
don't
Green.
think she's going to be challenging
And here
for
comes my little
that
gold
first spot,
shoes,
maybe for
Blue House
second.
athlete. We'll be
Then
doing
we
all
have Blue,
afternoon.
red,
Have a very hard task
Green,
this time.
red going past
One more
Green,
lap
then
to
red
finish.
and Green.
And this is
The
the
tiniest
final lap.
one here is red,
Here comes red
but
and green.
way at
In
the
the
top
meantime,
is the
first
Blue House
leader,
athlete.
the Blue House and the Green House is 100 meters apart.
She's really pushing away
And
from the
there
pack.
goes Blue.
Still looking
leading
really
the way, looking
strong.
nice.
At a good
The pace
clip.
have dropped somewhat, but still in the lead.
So she's going to take this.
It's
And I have
Blue.
a sneaking
The
feeling
flags
that
on the hill
on the
are
final
waving
100 meters,
for the Blue House athlete. They
it's
know
going to be a bit of a
that
show off.
Green House is 1
I
point
think
ahead
that
after the 4x1.
she's
100
going
meters.
to really pull out
And
the
with
stops
this victory or this goal,
coming up.
they can pull back and pull back well. Can the other Blue pick?
So
the other
Blue
Green, or we'll wait and see about Blue House.
will
clearly,
make that turn
unless something goes drastically
in a wee
wrong there.
bit,
She is shaping up
and
to take the
will
goal.
be heading for that final 100 meters, and I believe a bit of a sprint. Let's see what she does.
Here comes Blue.
She
Now
hasn't
the stretching
started to
come now.
increase
Blue
as
House.
yet.
Can she go for the record
She
here?
is
She
not.
begins to move
She's
and move away
pushing
from
out
the
a
other
little,
Green. Here comes
but
Blue.
nice
While
strong
Darcy is
strides.
under the wet condition right now.
Nice
Blue is
strong
coming down the
strides.
stretch now.
Nice strong
The time
strides.
is not showing on the clock, but she might be, could be, or
Coming
will be.
through
It could be challenging
really
the record,
nicely
but let's wait
to
and see
finish.
about Blue.
She has done
Blue,
well.
number one,
Gets a
Blue,
round of
Blue.
applause
She's
as
gonna
she
take
comes
gold.
in. Really strong
takes
finish.
gold.
And then
Still
we
waiting
have
for the silver.
Green. Is Blue going to
Blue has
challenge?
moved into third.
I
What
think
can
Blue
he do
is
here?
trying a
The
little
final
sneak
moments of
up,
this
but I
race.
don't
Let's see
think
what
it's
they
going to
can do
work
here.
because
Blue
Green
and green.
looks cool.
Blue and green. Green and
Cool
gold.
she looks.
Green, blue and red.
That's Green. She's
As
going
they
to take
come
the
down
silver.
now, Green is gonna take
So
the silver.
Green comes
Blue
home
is
for
gonna
silver.
with bronze.
And then the
So
little
here
Blue.
we go, Blue House taking gold and bronze. Green
Then
takes silver.
red.
And here comes red for fourth. And there's the battle for fifth here between red and
And
green.
then Green and red.
And green takes
And that
red.
little red, that
Here
little
comes
red,
red
look
down
at
the bottom,
her.
red in the pack here.
Nice
Red is coming down here
little
nicely.
strides
Look at the red
here,
go.
finishing
Oh my
really
goodness.
strong.
Look at the sprint. Well
Look
done,
at
Dion
that.
LeBron.
She's going to be
And
quick
she's
on the 100.
toward the line.
She's going to be
Red is
quick on the
looking
100.
good.
What a
Red
nice
looks
strong
good.
finish.
Oh my goodness.
Nice strong
Well done by
finish.
Red House.
And then we have
nice,
Green.
beautiful hairstyle as well. Those
We
hair
have
blowing in the
Green.
breeze and the red bubbles.
Green will
glittering
stride
in the
home.
sunset. And here comes Green.
And the
Here
good
comes
news
Green
is
with
that
her
the
feet
sun,
bouncing off. That's on the
so the sun has come
northern
out.
end, which means
and,
that we are good here.
we are seeing
Sunshine is out bright
a bit
and things looking good for Mundo
of a
this
rainbow.
afternoon to finish up the rest of the race meet here. So those of you by the gate wondering if you could still come in, come on in.
Rainbow.
Sunshine is out in all its glory. Can't have it better than that.
So
Trackside.
it's good news for the moment. Sun is holding its own.
To make JD drop sleep when the rain was falling, she just reached
So it's going to be
on your mark.
class 3 and 4 boys, 800 meters.
Up to the line.
So they're going to get the
And they
start
are.
there off a little
Yes, they
stutter
are.
by,
The one in red didn't. Go ahead, go ahead.
well, they were
You hear
wondering
shot,
if they
don't stand
should
up.
go ahead. And
Oh, he was a little confused there. He had a
so
shot.
green
He
and
looked
green
around,
at the
make sure
top.
everybody was still standing, and then he begins to
Blue
run.
and
But it's green,
green.
green, green, blue, red.
So
blue,
at the
blue,
top It's a lot of greens.
That's the order of the track there.
But
And you see
let's
the red
see.
house athlete in the back. He's struggling with those red wet socks. Wasn't a smart idea to put on those socks on the red track.
Let's see what
On the red
happens
track
here.
He's
Green
struggling.
and green. And I think that's red and blue.
And every step he makes,
And
like when
blue
Kia
and
going
blue.
through water, he's splashing. But he's helping to
So-
dry the track. That's not a problem. He's drying up the track as
So
well.
greens at the
But
top.
you see green and green up, all greens up front now.
But it's
And
not.
the blues are in the back.
You
The
can't
red
call
says
this
no,
one
I'm
as
the
yet.
only one up here, let me keep up.
It's too early.
It's only 2 laps around the track.
And
Red
they have
has pushed
another
out into
entire
the
lap
front.
after this first
In
one is
for once,
completed.
He's gonna lead.
So
And green says no.
green and red
We have a battle here between
as
blue
they make
and
that
green.
final
And we
turn
want to capture this race
for
with
the 100
gold,
meters
silver, and
before
bronze.
you hear that whistle
So
for
it's
the
left to be
final
With
lap.
these greenhouse athlete.
So
Red looks good too.
red
So
at
if
the
Red's
top,
totally cocky here,
green,
he could be
green,
upset.
green.
But
So
we'll
a
wait and
lot
see.
of greens.
It's too early. One more lap after
Red
this.
should be pretty
The
scared
Blues
when
is
he
not
looks
trying
back
to fight
and he
in this
sees
one.
all
Really
green.
showing strong fight.
Now one of
Along
the
with red.
greenhouse athletes deciding
the final
he
lap.
wants to take the lead.
One more lap
As the
to
whistle
victory
goes,
there.
signaling the start
Two
of the
green,
final lap.
Right there, looking for silver and bronze.
Still greens at the top,
And
but
red
one red trying to hold his own.
trying to hold on to the greenhouse athlete in front.
So
He's
greenhouse
challenging
athlete
him
has gone
early.
ahead, but red says,
And he
I'm
takes
going to
back the
stick
lead.
with you.
Gonna be
He's
a
gone
battle
ahead
between them.
again. So it
Between
might
the
come
red
down
house
to a
and
bit of a
greenhouse athlete
sprint
up
on the
front. But in
final
the
40
meantime, two
meters.
greens,
We'll
like
see what
two
happens,
slippers,
but these
waiting for
two
the
at the
catch.
top,
And green up front.
So
here
these
with
two at the
It's
top.
gonna be a battle.
exchanging
Here
the
comes
lead intermittently.
Going across. One more lap, youngster.
But
We know you're struggling with
red,
those
green
socks.
and red. Red is
Coach should
dropping
have
back.
told you. Here goes
Red is
the
dropping.
athlete.
No, red is
Still
coming
at the
back.
heels
Red
of
is
the
coming
greenhouse.
back.
If they continue
Red
like
decides
that,
I'm going to
the
stay
100
close.
meters
Green
stretch.
trying to
If
hold
they
on to
give
that
a
lead. They
hard
know
you
that
are,
this
you're
is
gonna
it.
battle early. The
They're
red
going to
says
make their
no
move
again.
now. Red
The
pulls
green
out the
says do it,
stops.
man.
Green
You
says
will
I'm
give it
coming
to
after
Red.
you.
You
There's
will
a
give it
final
to
100
Red.
meters coming up.
Red is
And
looking
it's going to be a
strong
sprint.
and
It's going to come down to a sprint.
Green
It's
is
going to
in
come
lead.
down to
It's
this
sleeveless,
sprint.
sleeveless
To
here.
this
Coming
sprint.
down the stretch now.
Green
It's
and red. Green
green
and
on
red.
the inside, red on the
Green
inside,
and
on the
red.
down.
It's
It's
a
gonna be
battle of
a battle.
endurance
Green
and
looks
speed.
strong.
Green is coming back. Green is coming back. Red is trying to hold on. It's close, folks. It's close. It's close, folks. It's close. I think red edged him out. Brilliant run.
Red takes goal. Number 39 of red.
That was brilliantly done.
And number 233 of
And then we have a sneak up here, sneak up here, sneak up here. And then
here comes
green,
for the
blue,
bronze and blue for
green.
fourth. And green. Here comes blue and blue.
Then
Blue and blue down the home stretch.
singing
Down
the
home stretch, blue
blues.
and blue.
It's blue.
Here they come. Who's
Here's
gonna
blue.
do it? Who's gonna do it? Two
Blue
blues.
striding home
Sleeve and
to
sleeveless.
complete the race.
And here comes sleeveless of blue.
So
He's
gets
gonna
across
win
the
now,
line.
133.
And then the
Here comes
final
the other blue.
athletes of blue
While our favorite
comes home.
athlete in this race, he's in all red.
Here he
He's coming
comes.
around. Give them a round of applause. They did well.
Gets home
2
safely.
laps around the wet mundo track. Speed on them sacks there.
So it's going to
Put
be
on
the
some
final
speed on them
athlete.
sacks, them, and down the home stretch and
Red
speed them
House
up. Oh, here he
athlete
come now.
coming
Does he come
home
down the track?
with
Oh,
a
what
run.
be out here?
Serious
He's
run
running
this.
right. He looks strong. He looks strong. Maybe
And
the
moving
confidence
along
goes. He
nicely.
could have caught
Socks
them
and
up
all,
there.
red
Here he
socks,
goes. Give him a round of
long
applause.
red socks,
Round of applause.
and
Well
getting
done.
around the
Oh,
applause.
he still have more. He still- oh.
Rushes home
Oh, the finish.
to loud shouts.
No. The bed wet. Don't lie down. The bed wet. Don't go down. So, this is another
800
matchup between
meters.
green and blue and red.
Bethia Barry's back in this one.
Trackside.
800 meters. It's the big girls, grades 5 and 6, I think. So this is where the big girls play.
They are. And they're gone. 2 laps around the track.
So
800 meters.
let's see what happens here.
There they go.
Some
And it's gonna be a good battle.
4, 6,
You see those 2 athletes
8,
up front again?
about 10
Young
athletes in this
Barry
one.
They
Or
will
9
lead
athletes
green.
in this one.
Full
So
green and half green.
at the top, Bethia Barry already given instructions by her godmother and mom.
Paris Hendrickson Barry.
Do your best was the
boy.
instruction.
They're running
And,
shoulder to shoulder here. They're all in one shadow now. So blue looks like she's
The
in
other
second.
athletes are saying, you know, we're
They
going to
wanted
stay
the
close.
And there comes
So
up a red.
she's sandwiched
Another
now by
right
two
between
greenhouse
there, blue,
athletes. So
red,
blue
red.
sandwich here. And then
So,
we have the
they're
others.
running
Red,
close
blue,
in this
green,
first lap.
blue, red,
Second
red.
lap would be the lap of decision.
At the top, they have
As
to
we
run
say,
a
safe journey back
strategic
to
race
those who have
because
to
I
leave.
think it's going to come down to a sprint again.
Some of the parents there more nervous.
We have seen that happen
than the
before.
athletes.
This sprint at the finish.
And they don't drink beer.
Normally.
They don't drink alcohol. They don't drink no kind of alcohol at all.
So
they're gonna be
here
tripling.
goes
Lemonade can't cool enough.
Bethia, sandwiched by these two greenhouse athletes.
Somebody says Sprite or Coke.
So
If you got gas.
the green is pulling away with
But
a
here they
slight
come
lead.
now.
Does
It's
Bethia have enough
Paris,
or anything
Barry,
left?
and somebody else.
Mommy looks nervous. Mommy looks really nervous. Really nervous. Really nervous.
Barry and Jackson and Paris.
So,
Barry
and
Jackson and Paris.
when Dion, who is a
Final lap.
really good netballer, tells her daughter to breathe, I'm wondering if she didn't realize that she was already breathing. The fact that she's running, she's breathing. But Bethia has taken a bit of a lead. That greenhouse athlete is still right on her heels though. And then there's another greenhouse athlete trying to stay close within striking range. It's going to come down to a kind of sprint, I think. I think it's going to be a sprint.
So she will have to move.
It's going to be a sprint.
Because Barry has some hair bouncing
If
off her
Barry has
shoulder.
anything left
And she's now going up
for the
side by
final
side.
100
That's a better
meters.
position to get the hair out
I
the
think
face.
that greenhouse athlete is
And
running a
they're
smart
coming up
race.
to another 200
She knows
meters
that
to
she
run.
can't
I think
allow Barry to
it's
run
not
away
good
from
for the
her.
others to bet and
So
judge.
it's
I will
going
call
to
it
be a
as team.
sprint.
But I have my,
I think
have
they're going to make a move just about when they turn. My goodness, Green has made that move. Barry says, no, I'm going to walk with you. I'm going to run with you. Green is trying to pull away. Can Barry come back?
Green looks sharp as she makes her way around the turn. Green is coming down the
Well, it's all Kiki. It's all Kiki. Kiki has run a terrific race. Kiki has run a terrific race. My goodness, what a run.
Blue will take silver.
Bethia will settle for
Number
silver.
101 Blue takes silver. And here comes Green for bronze.
They're celebrating.
Green,
And then
Paris.
Green
This
takes
is
the
young
bronze
Paris
medal.
coming in for the bronze.
Paris.
She takes the bronze. And there's a battle between green and blue.
And then
And
we
red that
have
is. Coming up the whole
red
stretch
and
here.
blue.
Red
Red and
and
green.
green. Red and green. Green
Red
coming. Red
is
going.
gonna
Who's going to do it here? Red
get
is
across
going.
the
Red is
line
going.
easily.
Red is holding on. Red is popping. Red
Looking
is
nice
pushing. Red holds
to
on.
finish.
Number 7 of
Green
red.
cool,
Takes 4.
calm, and
Green takes
composed.
5.
Crosses the line.
There's a battle in the back
We have-
between
we
blue
have
and
a
red.
race
There's
at the
a battle
back.
in the back. Who will be the last one down here?
We have a race at the back, but meantime, red crosses the line now. And then red, my goodness, she storms away. She storms away. And then we have the two Blue House athletes
And here
now
come the two blues. As if they had plans
singing
for the
the
red.
blues.
After red decided to
Do
go,
we have a little sneak up?
they tell themselves, let's just give it up.
Wouldn't work
Number
at this
116,
point.
give a round of applause. Along with number 169, it looks like.
But it looks as if we only have 4 boys in this one. And I think Zakeem Bailey
So,
would be one
blue
of the
and green,
favorites.
this one, and red. 2 blues, 1 red.
But
and
that
1
greenhouse
green.
athlete, I think I've seen him
And
run
we
for
go
the
see
afternoon.
Young matey.
I think he's going to
Young
challenge.
matey with one of his arms strapped.
So
Keep your eyes on
there's
him.
a
But there's
Blue
another
House
Blue
athlete
House
at the
athlete
top
who
as
wants to
well,
catch him badly.
looking serious.
Red wants him as well.
So
And green is not showing any concern
they
as
might
yet.
still have a good race on here
And they go around the turn.
with
And across
blue,
the top of the
blue,
stretch.
and red at the
Blue
top.
and blue,
Green
shoulder to shoulder.
relaxing at the back,
This gotta be
making
team
sure they're
strategy.
okay.
Let us
But
go
blue
together.
and
Let
blue.
us stay together.
Red.
Stick with me. And let us
Zakeem
bring
has
home
taken a bit
gold,
of a
silver in
lead.
this one. That might be the plan, but Red House says no. I'm gonna get up there and upset
I
the
know
back.
his mommy would be
He's
somewhere
right
in the
there.
crowd screaming her head
it's
off,
blue,
her grandmother
red,
as well.
Blue, red, blue.
Good thing there's a
The other
fence
blue
now
is already
separating
the
them
one
from
to
the
move that
athletes,
red
or they
house
would
in
be
front.
on the track too.
And
But
we wait and
Zakeem
see
Bailey with
what-
a slight lead
Look
here.
at Natey, cool as a cucumber.
Very
He's
slight
just
lead.
waiting for the right time. As they come around the turn,
So
down the home stretch for the first time.
Here's
Next
Zakim
time they make that turn,
with a slight
it
lead,
will
but
be
that
for
little
victory for
Blue House
those
athlete
silver
is
bronze.
right on his heels,
Here they come.
and the Red House within striking
Young Nettie.
range. Red House within striking
But he have
range.
his partner right outside him.
So blue,
On his
blue,
right
red.
hand side.
Blue has
He
gone a
said
little
that
bit
even
ahead
if
of
you want, you
Zakim.
want to
The
lead.
final whistle
Number 128.
gonna go now.
And that's the final
Signals the start
Red
of
is
the
holding
final
on.
lap.
As they go
Zakim
around the turn.
didn't make any extra
And
push.
it's two blues.
Think he's waiting for
Ready
the
for
right
blues.
time.
Two
And
blues
I'm
up
gonna
front.
tell you this. It's
Here
gonna be a
comes the
speedy
green.
finish.
Green is not showing any fight in this race here.
For the
You
moment,
know they were leading by 1 point.
it's gonna
After
be a
the
sprint
4-by-1.
when he
So
decides.
blue looks good. Red could cause an upset.
So
He's
if
right
these
there,
two
blue.
can
So
try
it's
to
blue,
keep
blue,
close,
red.
because
But a little blue in second
Zakim
place.
is gonna pull away.
He is holding on and
He's
watching
running
his
a
partner shoes.
strategic race.
And he don't want to let go of that spot. But red
And
says no.
even
I
though
want something
these
out of
other
this.
two athletes
The
might
bronze is
think
not
they're
good enough
in
for
with a
Red House.
fight,
The blue says
the action
boy,
would really clinch when Zakim makes the move.
Again, they're gonna strategize once
When he
more.
makes the move,
And
can they
allow
follow?
things where
That would be the
young
question,
Nettie
and I
will
think
say,
he's making the
"Let's go,
move now.
boy."
Zakim is
And
making the
Nettie
move
goes
now.
off.
Let's see if he
Here
has
we go.
anything left in
Coming
the other
out.
athletes. He doesn't
Blue,
have a
red is
response.
striking back
I
again.
think it's going to be a
And
race
red
for
takes the
silver,
blue.
but it
Can
won't
the
be a
blue
race
hold
for
on in the
gold.
second spot? The red is
Here's
striking blue
Zakim
in
Bailey
green.
on
And
the
he's coming
final
down the stretch
100.
now. It's blue
Coming
and red
at a
and blue.
good pelt
As the
now. He
other-
finishes
as they
even
come
stronger.
down, blue in the
Finishes
lead, red
even
in second,
stronger.
and blue in
What
third.
a strong
And the
finish
Yankees
by
running away from
Zakim
that
Bailey.
now. He's gonna
What
clearly
a
take the goal.
strong finish.
He's
One for the
gonna take
Interprimary. Remember that name. And then we have Red House. Here's Red
He came up with the silver.
and crosses the line
And
now.
blue, hold on to the
Then
guns.
we have Blue. It was a
And
really
green.
good race.
Almost nowhere to be seen.
It's green though,
Still
in
have
some
another 200
problems.
meters in this lap is green.
He's like 200 meters away
Here comes
and
green.
just cruising
still
really.
coming.
He's in
Come down,
cruise
Green.
control.
Mommy down
As
here
he's
waiting anymore. You gotta go
gonna
home.
come
Come on,
around.
Green.
I think he's gonna finish
Good
strongly though.
sunshine.
He would have relaxed
So we
enough
can see him all
on the
the way.
track, and I think
As he
he's
makes
gonna
his way
make
around
his
the turn
move
now.
to
Let's
finish
watch Green.
strongly. Let's see
Let's
what he
watch
does.
Green
He
have
has
come
long
down the
legs,
final home stretch here.
so let's see what
Green is
happens.
beginning to move.
He's
Green down
pelting
the
away
channel.
now.
Look
He's
at
pelting
Green.
away.
Look at
He's
Green.
moving very
Look at
quickly.
it. Look for
I don't know what
100
happens on
meters.
this final
Green is
100, but
coming
when
down
they're
the
tired, they
stick.
still
And
find
pocket.
energy
Flash you
to
up,
finish
still
on the
moving
100.
And
Here he
Green.
comes. Nice strong finish.
In good
And
style and
crosses
fashion.
the line.
Well done.
No.
And the speed he had coming down the hole.
Well, apparently I had it wrong. It was class
1
2.
females.
Now it's into the class 1. These are the big girls. So class 1 girls now,
This-
800 meters.
800, class 1, female. Record holder, Dequilla Maynard, in the time of 2 minutes, 1.64 seconds.
Track side.
That was in 2011.
Track side. On your mark. And here
Off and
is the
running.
class 1 females. 800
these
meters,
are the
2
big
laps
girls.
around the mundo.
And
Red, blue,
red at
green.
the top. No,
Red,
green.
blue.
Blue, sorry.
Blue,
Blue
green,
looks
and
as
then
if
red.
she's leading now.
As they make their way around in lap number 1.
And the red,
Red and
alongside
green,
her.
side by side.
So green in third, red
As they
in
make their way around,
fourth,
Kelly's
then
running
blue,
from the east, from the
green,
southern
blue, red.
bathroom, and he passed his final signal to his daughter in blue.
So
She said, honey, I'm around here. Don't let me down.
we have blue and
And
red
she holds on
at
to
the top.
spot, side by side with red.
And then
Red, then green.
blue and
then
green,
green and blue.
as if they're
then
having
blue,
escorts.
then
Then
red.
blue and green,
So,
then blue, then red.
just about getting halfway
Not
there in
being a
lap
part
number
of the
1.
escort business.
Approaching the
She's
200
all
meters
by
mark.
herself.
This lap is
So
400 meters each lap.
at the top,
The Mundo track is 400 meters
we
in
have
circumference.
a little
And
bit
that
of a
means
cluster.
800 is 4 times
All of
2,
the
that's
athletes staying close.
2 laps.
And that makes it interesting.
2 laps to make it
So,
800.
Who is leading? No definite leader.
And
Still a
here they
cluster.
come.
We have 3 athletes at the top,
They look as if they're in
side by
one
side.
class.
And the 2 greens,
Coming
a red
around.
and a blue. 4 of them
Green,
now.
green, red, and
As
blue.
if they're
all
having
in
a
one
chat.
line.
They're looking,
not
it's
sure
a
if they're
nice
in the same
picture.
class.
It makes a nice picture, I
But
could
we'll
tell
soon
you.
find out in lap number 2.
You don't normally see this. All of them in a line. And
As they come down the stretch
well,
for the
one
first
of the
time.
greenhouse athletes making
Still
a
running
little
close and
move,
nicely.
making a little
Oh
move,
boy, I could tell
exerting a
those
little
two
extra
greenhouse
energy.
athletes, they feel good. They're up front there,
And
getting the breeze alongside red and blue.
red and blue still
Looking
this
in the crowd to see
nice
if Mommy
little
is
line,
watching.
staying
And they're
close.
all there. They're looking good.
They're gonna
Except
hear the whistle
red
now.
who's struggling in the back.
Blue, blue,
So
red.
green, last
Any
final lap
movement?
now. The whistle gone. Green begins to lead.
Are they
Oh,
going to
boy, if this green
move
could pull it
later or no?
would
Nobody's
really
making a big
something
move
to
right
watch
now.
here. And it's green, blue, red, blue.
We gotta
blue,
wait and see
red,
when the move
red.
is made. One gonna make
Still
the
waiting
move.
for the red house
The
athletes
others will
in the back
chase,
to
and if they have enough
complete lap number
left,
one.
they'll
She
keep
looking in the
chasing.
distance.
Red
See
House
the others
is
have
way
gone,
behind
lap
here.
gone. And she's
At
the
the top,
Alana. Somebody say run Alana.
at the top,
Number 9.
still in a cluster.
And up front,
Somebody's
we
gonna
see
make a
two green and
move
one blue.
soon.
No
And
doubt
when that move
everybody
is
have a striking
made,
range.
we'll have to wait and see
Two
if
green,
the
a
others
blue
have
and a
enough
red.
to follow.
They are going nicely.
And I think all of them
This one
waiting to
shaping up
see who is
nicely,
going to
but
make the
Williams
move.
Decides she gonna
I
hold the
think
lead.
Blue is making
And
a
she now
slight
begins
move.
to-
She's not
it's two
pushing
blue
out
now.
yet. She's been
Two
still
blues up
challenged.
front,
Now
then
she's
green,
making a bigger
and
move.
then green, then
She's
red.
trying to pull away. But
Oh,
the
boy.
other blue is chasing after
Getting
her,
interested
deciding
here.
she's going to stay close. And the
Two
green.
blues and two greens.
So
One of the
green
greens
within striking
thinking
range,
about
but
giving
the
up.
other blue is closing the gap
And there's
now.
one thinking about
So
it.
Williams blue at
Final
the
home
top,
stretch
but
now.
closing now. This
Final
is going
100
to be
meters, two
it.
blues.
Somebody
Let's
has
see
to
what happens.
go
Blue, blue.
move
And
now
they come
and
down
move
the stretch
quickly.
now.
This is the
Blue,
sprint.
blue, green.
This is
Blue,
the
blue,
sprint.
green. As they
This
come
is the
down,
sprint.
he's shaping up
What's
nicely
going to
for the finish.
happen?
Blue
Can
is moving
Williams?
away from the other
Whoa,
blue.
Williams is
Boys
holding
gonna be
out.
blue, blue, green.
Williams has pulled away.
As they
She's
come
run a
down now,
smart race.
it's blue.
She had enough
Blue.
and she
Take it
pulls
low.
away
And
with
blue.
real confidence.
Blue. Take it
And then
center.
the other blue.
Green.
Then
They have to
green.
settle for the bronze. But
And
there's
then we
another
have a
battle
sneak
between
up
green
here between
and
red. Oh,
blue,
red
for
pulls
fourth.
away and green starts
But
to
here
walk.
comes red for 4. And
Green starts to walk,
will
then
have
she
to make
looks
sure
back
she get
and
in.
sees that blue is coming, and she says, well, I'm going to claim
And
this
she's now
spot.
getting in. Where is
So
red?
she's crossing the
Here comes red.
line now.
Here comes blue. Here
And
comes
then
red.
we
Here
have
comes blue.
blue
Here comes blue.
across
And
the
here
line
comes red.
momentarily. There is blue, and then comes red.
Here comes red.
Red House will cross the line just about now. Champion run by
As we see red
Williams.
now. Same pace. She's coming down the home stretch.
And the final
Another 60
athletes,
meters to
Red
go.
House
To complete.
coming through.
In the meantime, all the clouds have
I
lifted.
think that's Mommy, I guess.
The breeze
So,
is nice. Turns
final
out to be a very good
instructions.
afternoon here at the Mondo track in the end.
And Red House
As you see red.
on the duress, tired, but
Come
she's
on,
going to
Tara.
make it in. She's
Come
going to
on,
make it
Tara.
in.
Come on,
Gets a
Tara.
spattering
Come
of
on,
applause as she crosses the
Tara is
line.
in.
Tara is the
Well
name.
done. Give her a round of applause.
So here's where the big boys play.
Broken today.
Class 1. Some 3,
Jackson.
6,
On your mark.
8 athletes in this one.
As here they go now, the class
So
1
8
boys.
athletes in this one.
And they are.
They cut into lane 1 and about at the 200-meter mark,
And red up
we'll
front.
see who is leading.
They
Blue
come
and red
around the
seems
turn,
to
it's
be
blue
trying
and
to
red.
get a head start,
Green, then blue, then red,
so
then
they're off
green,
at a
then
rapid
blue.
pace. The others are
And 2
cruising,
greens in the back.
just cruising.
So the action is up front.
At the top,
Between
these
blue
two
and red.
have decided
Blue and
that they
red.
want to establish a lead,
Green,
and none of them
followed,
giving any
then
quarter
blue.
at all at this point.
Then red.
So
Then
red
green,
gets a bit of a
Or
lead.
blue.
Blue seems
is
to
in a
be
white top. Then we have green and
slowing
green.
up slightly.
So it might be a blue.
Red
They
with a
make their way
slight
around the
lead.
turn now.
Blue still within
It's
striking
red
range.
and blue. Red is leading.
So red
Blue is right
pulling
there.
away slightly.
2 laps around
Blue
the track
still early in this
in
race
this 800 meters.
as they approach the start of the 100-meter
Here they
mark.
come down. It's
So
red.
they're going to come
Leading the
down
way
and
forward
then
by
they'll
blue.
hear the whistle to
As
signal
they
the
come
start
down
of the final
straight
lap.
away here. Another
So
60
red
meters to
with
complete
a
lap number 1.
goodish
Red
lead
looks good. Blue
under the
is trying to
circumstances.
hold on.
Looking pretty
And
strong.
red looks determined. He looks as
Blue,
if
can he
really
come
needs
back?
his goal here. So
The
red looks
whistle
good.
will go just
And it's
about.
the final
No,
lap.
that's the signal.
Final lap between red
No.
and blue.
Does blue
Red
have
up front
anything left?
And the others behind.
The
Here
others
comes
are
another blue.
coming through.
In
Blue,
the bronze
green,
position, third position, then followed by green.
then
green.
red, and
It
green.
looks like a blue.
At the
And
top
red,
though,
green.
red is pulling away.
So here they come. As red
And I think red has a
widened the gap
decisive
between
lead. No.
himself and the second placer.
Blue
Here they
seems
go.
as if he has
Red,
given up the
blue,
ghost
blue,
by the look
green,
of things.
Blue, red,
He has longer legs,
green,
but red has
and
pulled away
green.
sufficiently to discourage him.
I don't know if this green house athlete have on a headset,
seems
but
as if
he's
he doesn't
moving
have
his head
anything
like
left.
he hearing music.
So
Well, here is it.
red
Still
it
to complete
is.
lap number 1.
Red leading.
Might be carrying his
There's green.
earpods.
There's green, swinging his
Oh,
head
somebody say
from
run
side to
Tishon.
side.
He's stepping across the ground, across the track here. Run Tishon, run Tishon.
So
But in the meantime,
at the top,
blue
red
trying to make a run for it a little
increasing
late.
his pace.
But it's
Still,
left to be seen. Red is still
large
on,
and in
who's
charge.
gonna be- There's a question about
Red.
the bronze.
Can he
Because
push
the Blue House
now for the
athlete
final
in third,
100?
he
Blue
look as
is
if
trying to make a
he been
comeback, but
challenged
too
now by
little,
two
too late,
athletes.
I think.
Look
I
like
think
one
it's
of
too
blue
little,
and
too
one of
late.
green. Down the
Blue
home
doesn't
stretch
have
now, it's red.
enough.
Red
He's pushing.
coming
He's
down.
pushing.
And he
Blue,
wants to
can he
go.
make a comeback?
I don't know what
I
Blue
don't think
needs,
so.
but red
He
wants
should have
to
made
go.
that move a
As
lot
they come down
earlier.
the stretch,
Red is cruising
gonna
home.
get the goal.
So
Blue
red
will have to settle for silver.
will cruise
And
home
red takes goal.
to
Red
take
won.
the gold medal.
Number 44 of red.
And
Well done.
I think Blue should have made that move a lot earlier.
Taking the silver. And there's a battle for the bronze here between
Now,
two blues. They look like they come down here.
serious
Sleeve and
fight
sleeveless.
here.
And they come down.
Here they
sleeveless. It's coming
come,
down.
here they
And
come.
down here.
Blue
It's
and
gonna be a
blue.
close battle
Here
between
is
these
blue,
two. Oh my
leaning,
goodness.
leaning.
It's
The
gonna be
taller blue goes
It's gonna
past
be
him. He
blue.
really gave it his all,
Blue
the
got more
other
legs than
blue,
you.
and goes across.
And blue got the bronze.
And
So
then
blue
it's
got
green
gold and bronze.
coming through.
No, gold, silver and bronze.
So here's
And
green.
red took the gold.
A nice
Green
lean to
is
finish.
coming in. Here comes red.
And we'll cross the line.
And then we have two other greens
now.
still to come. Here
then
comes
red.
red. Come in, red.
So
Come
Red
on,
House
red.
athlete coming home.
Come down, red.
This is the final
All the way
800
red.
meter event.
Yes. Red complete.
Thankfully,
Here
the
comes
rain
green.
has stopped.
Green and green
and it
now.
has
Green and
cleared up.
green. Green and green. We got
So Greenhouse athletes coming through. So here's Greenhouse athlete coming in now. My goodness, there's a guy who was strolling earlier. Now he is finishing. He is rushing through to finish, shaking his head. He has given it his all to finish. But he has slowed up badly now. Slowed up badly, but the point is,
He looks like he's a 100 meters runner.
he has made
Don't
it.
light him, Tishan.
He
Don't
has
light him,
made
the bed
it.
wet.
He has made it. He has made it.
Well done. Some more
So
exhibition.
first up, we're gonna have an exhibition,
They're gonna
100
Give
meters.
the
I
athletes some chance to
think we're
have a
gonna have
breather
Bailey in this one again.
over the top and essential.
So this exhibition race on the starters orders, they'll be getting out of the blocks shortly. I think the Charlestown Primary School has coordinated the day's activities well despite the rain. We're into the 100 meters and
Set.
it's about 5:30. But here goes. Who's going to take this one? Who's going to take this one? We have a movement
Look
here.
at Bailey. She don't come.
Looks like
Color by
Bailey.
red.
Looks
They're gonna
like
be a
Bailey.
close finish for silver and
Bailey.
bronze. Bailey takes
Bailey
gold.
it
Red
is.
takes silver. And
So Bailey has done well all afternoon.
the others came in just behind. That was an exhibition female. We're gonna have the exhibition male.
Another exhibition race, this time for the
Yeah, I've seen
males.
that all the paperwork
It's
for
gonna
the
be another
exhibition
exciting
races,
one.
please do send them up to the photo finish. So
Should
please
be
send the
a quick one.
paperwork for the exhibition races.
On the starters orders, just about to get out of the blocks, and
On your mark.
a little bit of a hush at the Mondo. Just about to get going. Bit of a pause.
Set.
They are. Let's see who's going to take this one. Let's see. In the middle, it looks like Stanley. Stanley. It looks like Stanley.
And whether over the top or under the belly, they're all in black. The guy in black and
But
gray,
it was
he
close.
looks for silver.
Stanley was challenged, but he
And
held on.
also one in black and gray. He also would have gotten the bronze, but the red top made no mistake with the gold. So we are back on track now with the
So
2008.
definitely, Mrs. Haynes,
Got some
Mr.
points after
Rivers,
the 800
the
meters
entire
as well.
staff at Charlestown Primary, the teachers,
Points after
the
800
parents,
meters, red,
and the athletes
136.
would have done themselves really
Red
proud today.
136, green,
Not forgetting the
213,
patrons,
green,
outstanding
213,
contribution to the
and blue
school,
back in the lead with
Shelly, Auntie Shelly
225.
Taylor and Mrs. Alice Swanston.
That's after the 800 meters. So it looks like blue, 12 points, 1 dozen.
In lane 2,
That's a crater egg.
for the kindergarten females, Green Giants,
Kindergarten females upcoming.
Javaya, 0.94
So
seconds.
Cavella
in
Wallace still holds a
2008.
record in this one since
Jackson.
2008. And
On your mark.
on the starters orders, we're going to see who is going to rush down here in first place. It's going to be a fast one. And at this level, this is where it all starts. All the big stars that you would have ever heard about, they started at this
And they
level,
are class
this
7
age.
girls down the track.
Let's
They
see
come
now.
now. We see green,
Who
we
is
see
take?
red,
Oh, green.
and we see blue.
Green
As they come
seems to
down,
be
look
pulling
like
away,
green and
but
blue.
red
Up front, as they
challenging
come down, yes,
nicely.
green looks good on the inside.
So
They
green
look
holding
good.
her
She looks
own.
good. Red is looking
But
strong
red
out there. As she come
coming
down,
along
look
nicely.
green and
Red,
blue.
red,
It's
green,
gonna be
red,
green,
green, red, green, red, green, red.
Takes gold, green takes silver, and bronze
And
going
then
to
blue,
Here
then
comes
red,
fourth for red,
then
and
green,
fifth green,
then
and they
green,
take the ball.
then blue.
And then head and head.
Nice
for
little
the
race
final
that.
spot. So that was the class 7 females. We're gonna get Murray.
The excited parents
The
are
record
here
holder for the race that
celebrating.
just went there was
Myra.
Niziah Skeet, or is Niziah Skeet, 16.14 seconds. And it was set in
And Jonas.
2016. Now we have the class 5 females.
Now I think it's going to be the class.
On your mark.
Well, we'll get that sorted out, but it's going to be females.
Set.
They're on their way.
Class 6 females. Here they come now
Class
down the
6
track
females.
now.
So
let's see who is
let's
in
see
here. It
who's
looks
going to
like blue
take
and
this
green up
one.
front
We
there. Green here, the
have
red on the outside, and then
green
number
and
7,
red.
8, 9.
Red seems
Here
to
they
be
come
pulling
now.
away.
Here comes
Red
green.
is pulling away. Green is challenging though. Green is challenging. Who is going to hold on? Red, green,
Green takes
and
silver.
blue,
Blue
red,
takes bronze.
red, green.
And the others are coming in. That was the class 6 females. A race sponsored by Ross Powell, Boss Baby, and Trent.
Great
Lebley.
finish that. Great race.
And that was
Lane 2.
Well, it's going to get
Ramy and Gums
noisy
of
up
the Green
here
Giants.
because
Lane
Ramy and
3,
Gums is in this one.
Kamali Love
And
of the
so
Red
his support
Falcons.
crew,
Lane
they'll be getting
4,
close to the
Kaden
fence in a
Brathwaite
few.
of the Blue Lightnings. Lane 5, Amaziah
I expect to
Forrester
see Ramy
of the
Gums
Green
somewhere
Giants. Lane
in this
6,
general
Elijah
area
Sampson,
in a
Red
few
Falcons.
minutes.
Lane 7, Alson Ansem, Blue Lightnings.
Make that seconds.
Lane 8, Kenai Didier. And in lane 9, Kizar Wilkes of
So
the Red
let's
Falcons.
see how this one is going to work.
record holder Mervyn Jones, 14.94 in the year 2000.
Record
So
holder
should be
Niziah
out of the
Skeet.
blocks shortly.
What are we at?
Yes, you apologize for the mix-up. Niziah Skeet, 2016.
Track side.
So they're on the starters orders
On your mark.
and should be getting out
Set.
of the blocks shortly.
Relax.
Being told to relax, somebody a little itchy, trying to get ahead of the others, and so being asked to relax. Still have some sunlight around, even though the few lights that are working have been turned on.
Set.
Just about to get out of the box, Let's see who is leading in this one. Class 6 males. Well, that's a greenhouse athlete. Pulling away. Green, chased by red. Green, chased by red. Green is going to, another green. That's Ramian will take second. So Ramian got second. I think that's the second time that little green has beaten him. So both of them are the two top ones in this category. So Ramian takes silver and that other green takes gold. Would love to see a little shake hand between them, but I don't think they've reached that stage as yet. Maybe not.
In the 2016, 16.14. In the 2004.
Celebration.
43 on the card. We're going to.
Well, Remy has reached a little bit later, maybe. Interestingly, Daniel Award still has a record in this one since 2004. That's a long time.
Sidon Kings of the Green Giants. In lane 2, Adia David, Red Falcons. In lane 3, Sashona Earl of the Blue Lightnings. In lane 4.
So,
on your mark.
We're going to have another fast-paced one. Another 100 meters. And they've had a couple of exciting ones so far. They're out of the blocks. So here goes. Let's see who's taking this one. At the top, who is at the top? We have a green, we have a blue. Let's see, red in the mix, blue in the mix, red, blue, green. Ah, my goodness, that was close. That was close. And we could hear the screams behind us.
It's going to be a close one for the finish here.
Hear the screams behind us.
It was a very good race. Red takes gold. Took the gold. And
so we understand that red number 5 got the gold.
Be my guest. Visit the camera. I only say it as I hear it.
Well, that was a close one, really close one.
Red takes gold. And green will have to settle for silver. And looking at them on the line, looking at the line here.
Ishan Tadman still has a record in this one. That has to be a long time ago.
In the year 1987.
That's a long time ago, 1987. Ishan Tadman would be pleased to know that he still has a record here. He was fast. He was a fantastic athlete.
Archibald, Blue Lightnings. In lane 3,
well, the shadows lengthen across the Mondo. It's getting on the dark side now as the sun gets ready to set for the day, having done its duty all day long and being tackled and knocked about by the rain at one point, came back to shine brightly on the Mondo. So I think they would have won, the sun would have won the final round. But having done its duty, a little fatigued, it's gonna bow out gracefully at the end of another day. And meanwhile, that doesn't stop the event, the activities here at the Mondo. We have another fast-paced 100 meters in the offing. Just about to get on the way, just about now. The clean start. Let's see who is going to take this one. We are looking at Green. Oh my goodness. Green seems to be ahead. Way ahead. Way ahead. Green. Then comes blue. Green, green. Red. Blue and red. And blue. Well, that little green has really been doing well all afternoon.
I don't know, but I just
one for the Interprimary, definitely.
From the bar. They got cheese pizza for $15, pepperoni for $20.
So class 3 females upcoming.
Kejalia Bartlett of the Blue
It's going to be another fast-paced one.
In lane 2. Staraya France of the Red Falcons.
On the starters orders, just about to get going. Look for another fast-paced one, folks. And remember, these young ladies are competing for a spot in the Charlestown Primary School's inter-primary squad. Here goes. Who's going to take this one? There's green. There's green, but there's blue. Green and blue. Green and blue. Green and blue. Go on the outside. There's a little blue. There's a little blue. My goodness, she has been good all afternoon. She has been good all afternoon.
I can't say it. But blue takes gold. Number 111. Blue.
That little blue has been dominating all afternoon. She's small, but trust me, she's great.
Record holder,
she's great.
Anita Willett with a time of 13.74 seconds.
And Jackie is doing a dance. I think this is the latest dance. Probably one for, my goodness, a little modeling too. It's all about trackside. The folks really enjoying this. Some of the folks went home after the rain. Maybe they thought that it would have been called off because it was raining like that. That kind of indication that. But then the Mondo track doesn't take any time to dry out. The sun fought its way back valiantly. And we are having races. Here goes now, out of the blocks. Class 3 males. Anybody leading? We have blue and green. Blue and green. Blue and green. Blue and green. Blue. So blue and then green.
Blue takes gold, green takes silver. And the bronze
so
is up for grabs.
Another nice little race here. Completed.
And that race was sponsored by Crossroad Organics, Starrick Grant, Rita's Fashion.
Class 3 females coming up.
And 7. In lane 1.
So they're going to be getting out of the block shortly on the starters orders. Let's see who is going to take this one. Lots of anticipation. The crowd really into it.
Set.
They're off.
And they off as they come down
Let's see who is going to lead on this one. Anybody leading? Well, there's blue. There's Williams, I think it is. Williams being challenged, but she's going to lean into that first place. Green would take silver and then red. That Williams, she has done well all afternoon.
Class 3 boys.
She's a dominating force.
Record holder. Tonito Willett in the year of 1993. Record time 13.74 seconds. In lane 1 today.
Apparently Tonito Willett has a record in this one since way back around 1985 or so. That's a long-standing record. So, just about to get out of the blocks. A little bit of a pause.
Number 48. Tonito Willett, record holder.
Well, actually, Tonito had the record since 1993.
Blackstone Services in loving memory of Lavington Fobbs, son Elder Willis.
On the starters orders once more. Just about to get going. Can Tonito's record be broken today? Well, since it's been standing since 1993, I have my doubts about that. Here they go. Somebody will be trying to do that though. Let's see. We have green. Pulling away. Green pulls away. Green pulls away. There's a challenge for the silver. He shook himself. He shook himself as if to say, body just go. Body follow me. Body follow me. Oh, it was like as if he said, body, you're not working with me, body. And I don't know, 145, he seems very determined though. He just gave a jolt of his body as if to say, body, you're not working with me. He might have taken the silver with that little extra push of himself. Very interesting one, that.
Williams Stallions of Red House in the year 2000 with a time 12.94 seconds.
And that former Olympian star athlete Maritza Williams has a record standing in this one. It's going to be another fast-paced one, and I think the athlete who has really had the crowd rocking all afternoon. Kiki is in this one.
In lane 6,
Green, I think. Yeah.
George. Blue Lightnings in lane.
And I think Bethia Barry's in this one. So the competition between the family members is well and truly on. They are here looking to see who will come through first. So I think Bethia should be in this one. Kiki is in this one. It's going to be interesting.
Sponsors for event number 49.
On the starters orders. Let's see who pulls off this one. It's one of the much anticipated races for the day. So there's a bit of a hush, but you're going to hear the screams now. The screams start. Let's see. Look for green and blue. Look for green and blue. Bethia seems to be pulling away, but there's Bethia. And I think Kiki probably settled for third. Well, Dion can now sit down and relax. She has stormed back to her seat in jubilation. Well, I think Dion would be a happy Dion. So, it was a good race, but Bethia Barry stormed home. She pulled away.
But remember, we have 54 events on the card.
Class 2, 100 meter males. Record holder, Alex Percival of green. And this record has some years behind of it. 1988. Jesus.
So I think Kiki got the third place.
13.
So Zakim Bailey is in this one. It's grade class 2 boys.
In lane 5, Jaden.
It's gonna be another quick one.
Let's see what Jaden can do. Blue Lightnings. In lane 7, Ekem James. Red Falcons. Let's see what Ekem can do. In lane 8, Lajari Winter. Blue Lightnings. Let's see what Lajari.
So, on the starters orders.
On your mark.
And they're going to be another fast-paced one.
Set.
Out of the blocks. Let's see who is taking this one. Blue, Zakim Bailey. Zakim Bailey pulls away. Well, Red is chasing after him, but Zakim takes it with ease. So Zakim Bailey pushing himself there.
Blue bringing up the rear there.
And he has done well all afternoon.
Number 50, event number 51 is the class 1 female. Tashron Tyson.
That Red House athlete has tried to push him all afternoon as well, but he has certainly kept a nose ahead of him, and maybe more than a nose ahead of him, Zakim.
This was in the year
Zakim Bartlett has a record since 2000, class 1 females. Upcoming.
Today in lane.
The white flag raised at the starting line area. And so the white flags raised back of me as well at the finish line. On the starters orders. Just about to get out of the blocks. Just about now.
Set.
There's the gun. Clean start. Let's see who is going to take this one. It's the big girls. Let's see who is going to take this one. Blue is moving well, but there's a blue on the outside. It looks like another Williams. It's Williams. It's Williams. It's Williams. It's Williams, I think. So it's blue.
Might have captured the bronze.
So tight one at the end, because I think Williams slowed up, but I think she would have taken gold. She has done well all day as well. Long races, short races. She's just a champion athlete.
of blue in the year 2016 with a time 13.14 seconds. In lane 1 today.
It's going to be the final 100-meter event. The big boys, class 1 boys. It's going to be another fast-paced one.
Green Giants.
It seems as if they're saying that 117 tipped Williams on the line. So Williams has secured the silver medal. That was close. That was interesting. So the photo finish indicating that 117 took the gold. And so Williams settles for silver.
Blue got silver as well.
So the final 100-meter event coming up. Just about to get going on the starters orders. And we'll be getting out of the blocks shortly.
They're always gonna track side.
So clean start.
Here they come now. It's the class 1
It's the big boys. Let's see who is going to take this one. Let's see who is. Oh, one goes down, unfortunately. And blue and red, but it looks like red. Blue, red.
Blue takes silver and red takes the bronze.
Unfortunately, I don't know if somebody tripped
blue
him,
takes silver and red
but he went down.
And there's an athlete who went down.
Let's hope he's okay. They're calling for the Red Cross.
Whoever you are,
calling for the Red Cross.
Might have twisted his ankle or something.
So the Red Cross, let's see if they can have a bit of a race between them.
Just coming in now to the Long Point Port.
Need a little bit of a race between the Red Cross.
So people still coming to this.
Of course, Miss Bartlett was a very good athlete. Well, you see, one of them is running. Tokup is running, but Miss Bartlett says the camera is on me, so I'm not going to run. Let's hope he's okay.
Shada don't give me a message to give Miss Paris. Only Charlene.
Rushing down now. A little bit of a run as well.
It's a cold
the athlete
breezy
has
time.
not gotten up as yet, and that's not good news.
Oh yeah.
Down for the count.
Don't forget, this weekend is the jinxing up again. And we have a lot of local sports in between.
With all the wet that's going on, the rain is falling. I've changed from the big camera to security. They are having the 4x400 meters. It's very dark, and we're going to see what we can pick up from here. It looks as if it's going to be green passing off first. It's very dark now. Remember, the lights here not the best. So it's going to be, it looks like blue. Blue is going to pass off. So blue passes off now. And out of the blocks he goes.
Then he's going to be red. Red is about to pass. Red passes out now. And red
Along
goes.
nicely.
Oh,
Red is chasing after him. Giving it his all. He's a big man. He's
Here
tall.
comes green.
Can
Wait
he
in the
catch up?
distance.
We'll have to
But
wait
in the
and see.
meantime, blue is in the lead.
But
Blue
red
got another 300 meters to run.
may not be able to catch up.
Red is
This
red.
little
Red is
green
closing
house
the
at
gap
least.
somewhat. Red is trying to close the gap. Blue is holding on.
So
Here comes green. It doesn't look good for green here. And green
has just gotten the
doesn't look good for
baton.
green.
He has a long way to go, and I think he knows that. There's an air of
Ahead of them in points.
resignation
The
about
last
it.
scores we had, I think, was 12 points. One dozen. That's a crater egg. And here
Moving
comes blue.
around now.
Coming around the turn with another 150 meters, 120 now to run. It's
Just
blue.
about approaching
Red
the
is
100
still in
meter
second.
mark.
And
Then
he's trying
they'll
to
be
hold
passing
on.
off.
Down the home stretch from blue.
So
Down the home stretch is blue.
here he comes.
He's coming down and he's going to give it to, oh Lord. He's going to give it to the Almighty.
Gonna pass out
Run
now.
down the stretch here now.
And
Here
it's
comes
gonna be
Red.
Zaki
Who's
Bailey
slowing
to
up
the
somewhat.
final leg. This
Maybe
time
wants
Blue
it.
has gotten
Oh
it
my
right.
goodness. He wants it and he wants it back. He's begging for it. He gets it now.
Zaki gets
And
it.
he's
He's
gone.
out of the blocks. He's gone.
Blue in the lead. Red is
Zaki.
splashing his way through.
Final leg.
Oh, it's a wet moment.
Red.
And
The way
I
he's
think
splashing
just running
means
the
that
socks.
there's
He should have
a
learned
lot
that lesson
of
earlier from the
water
red socks.
there.
See whether the red
Passes
tip
off now.
running your socks.
Can he catch
Here
up
comes
Zaki?
Red now. He
He's
moves
gonna give
up.
it
He
his
doesn't
all.
want it though. This red house Andy.
He's gonna give it his
But I
all.
think
Good
with
strong
Navy in
strides.
front, oh boy, there's too much of action from him. But I'll give you a while, he's
But
just about 100
giving
meters
it a good shot.
away
He's
from
trying.
the first placer. Who is
But
blue?
here's Zaki.
He's coming around. Green is still trying to make it up the home
Well,
stretch.
here's green.
So we still have another green at
Very
least
dark here.
to get the baton and run 400 meters. And here comes
Not
blue.
good conditions for
He's just
recording,
about
but
110 meters now.
the rain falling.
And away
Have
from
to secure the
victory.
camera.
Green passes now.
Passes
Final
off
green
now.
pass.
Green.
And here he goes. The young green.
He has a
He
long
knows
way to
that
go.
he is carrying the baton.
Zaki and
To the end.
Bailey
He's
will
going to get
come
some
home
points
as
here.
the winner.
But here comes
Blue.
blue. Young lady.
So loud cheers.
And now
Zaki and Bailey comes home.
takes goal. And that might take the victory for this evening too. I don't know yet. Left to be seen. Here comes rain. And we're waiting on green
Red House comes
to
home.
see if he'll get back here before any more rain that the ladies could go.
He comes home.
And they was to do the first one, but it was raining and the guy said, come on, let's go.
So here you go.
And now they will have their turn. Here comes Green. Give him a round of applause.
Completing the
It's a
course.
cold night. He could have jumped the wall. He could have gone up to Trinidad, but he decided to do it.
Completes
And here
the
he
race
comes.
just
Finishing
about
it.
now.
In good style. Here comes Green.
Greenhouse
Taking the
completing the
bounce.
course. We have one more race.
Immediately we should see
4x400 for the females.
without losing any heat.
Final race for the day. 4x400 meters for the females.
Set.
The house is representing the Fire Barry
They are
starting for blue.
It's the final event for this afternoon.
Three athletes at
4x4. And we see it's green, followed by blue.
chasing after the
Then
green
red.
athlete.
Lane 3 is red, lane 4
Pick up
is
the action
blue,
when they get a
and
little
lane 5 is
closer
green.
around in the
Blue is
light.
making a move now, and she won't take lost it. Is blue coming down the stretch with a nice little lead. Green is still in good position as well.
Challenged by the
And
green
oh my
athlete.
goodness, you're gonna give it to this blue here, young Williams.
The
And blue
fast off shot.
take
There's
it
Barry
into her partner
passing
now.
off the
She passes
pass
up
first.
now.
That's
Red
Williams.
is asking
Done
for
well
it.
all out.
Red wants to go.
Green
Green
gets
gets a
it.
chance to warm up. And
coming
Red
through.
is trying to get in so that she can get warm here. And Red passes up.
Out
No.
of the blocks
So
now.
there you go. Blue, green, and red. That's the order in which they are traveling at the moment.
Williams
On the
at the
track.
top.
So it's blue at the 300 meters mark, leading the way. Some distance behind.
Green.
We're looking for green. Green is about 50 meters away. And then we're looking for red, who is yet another 40.
Take them in on
So,
the final 20
here they
meters
go.
or so.
Blue, and this will be a signal.
Blue
that Blue
good lead here.
will celebrate here tonight.
Blue.
Based on the last score, they have dominated the first race. Now they're still dominating the second 4x4.
So they had a close
Blue just about to pass
battle
off,
with
just about
Green,
now.
but I think the last couple of races they're dominating.
It's a wet bet.
So Blue goes out quickly.
Good thing about him, they can't lay them down.
Moving along nicely.
Still wet for that. Here
Red
comes
and Green. Fierce battle here.
Who's
going to pass off first?
Green wants to get
The two of them can pass off almost simultaneously. So these two will have fresh legs now. They'll have a rush for it. Let's see who is going to dominate. Red moves away. Green chasing after her. All she's worth.
But the chest is behind
4 by
with
400
Green and
meters.
Red. Red has gone into second, and Red is holding on to it. And this doesn't
Pick
look
up the
good for
action
Green.
on the final.
Parents, please don't wait your children.
There's going to be Blue House with a really good lead coming through.
Here
Will be
they come.
passing
Here
off the
comes
back
Blue.
any
Almost just
moment
about
now.
100 meters in the lead is Blue.
Yeah, she comes.
And she is going to give Young Williams this one. Jessica
Another
Fletcher
Williams,
to
I think the sister to the other Williams
Soon be over
ran earlier.
for Blue. She passes off just about now.
It's a big lead.
And Blue ball.
And so
Oh
this
my
is the
goodness.
final time. It's Williams
100 meters lead.
rushing around
Somebody is
the track.
going down to beg somebody to run here. Who it is?
She's large and in charge for Blue.
They're begging her to run. Red
More
is
than
still in
likely,
second.
Blue is going to take it.
Green is in third. She said, my God, I tried. Red passes off now.
Red passes.
There
Green
goes
will
Red.
pass. And she catch up.
And there
Gonna
goes
try.
Green.
But
Let's see what
looks
Young
as if
Wells
she's
can do. She
taking
could
it
put it up for
seriously.
Green even to bring in the silver.
Green
But he left to
trying to
receive.
catch
But in the
up.
meantime,
Trying
Blue
to-
is just 200 meters off from the goal and from victory. The interest is between Red and Green. Red is looking good. I don't think down the final 100 meters is Blue
Here
House.
is
Coming down.
large and in
Looking at the
charge.
finish line.
Blue
Knowing
is
that the
going
goal
to take this final
is right
race
there.
hands down.
And
I want to believe they're also taking the championship trophy.
Because the writing is on the wall.
Here
Blue is going to
comes
take gold. Red is going to take
Comes
silver.
through.
And the bronze will jump in the lap of green.
It's Blue taking championship honors.
Blue takes
Along with
gold.
that gold medal.
Red is coming
And
for silver.
Red will take the silver medal.
Here comes green. Who is coming for the bronze?
Here is Red
The crowd begins to
coming home
walk away slowly.
to collect the silver medal.
Here comes Red. Well done, Red.
So-
For holding on to the silver.
Rain slightly affected
Make
the
your way
meet.
to the presentation area.
but
The
still
trophies, if the medals are still here, I don't know.
And then we have
Any medals still swinging around?
Greenhouse will take the bronze.
Here comes green.
But I think
Who did a
they'll
good
take
run, but
second
just was
place
too far.
overall in terms of
Round of
the
applause
white
for the
style.
athletes.
And
Yes,
they await
yes, yes.
the final results.
Oh, yes,
And the
Zara.
crowd
Walk
went
it off, Zara.
away
Walk it
out
off,
of
Zara.
the park.
Walk it off, walk it off, Zara. Final scores, the final points here this afternoon. We had three houses taking part, red, blue, and green. With the score of 245, 245. It's Blue House, Blue, 245. Red House, sorry. Let me back up. Somebody trying to call me while I'm talking.
What did you like? What did you like?
Who do you want the glasses?
I want the glasses. Okay, I need the light. Yes.
Somebody will be like Carlo.
With a score of 245. Red House, 245 in the bronze position. Taking the silver with 305 points. Coming out of the green corner, Green House, 305. And the 2025 heavyweight champion of the Charlestown Primary School Championship Sports Meet, Blue House with 327 points. 327 points. Green House, 2025 champion, Green House Massive!